All right. Hello, PAX. I am Phantom. I did commentary for Spike, Vegeta, and Gymnast for this exact same thing at SGDQ a couple months ago. And now I'm doing it myself. And with me, I have my friend Glubbers.
And hi, I'm Glubbers. I speedrun this game and a lot of Zelda games, so I know quite a bit about this. And yeah.
All right, we can just go right in. Glubbers is going to take a lot of notes so that I don't forget everything that we see, hopefully.
We'll see how fast I can write.
All right, so time is going to start when I press A on the TV settings screen. So I'll give a countdown here. 3, 2, 1, go. So, we are doing the Season 1 race settings. This seed was vetted for me. Nothing in South Castletown. 0 boomerangs and dungeons. Cool, that is great. They can be anywhere. Snow Peak, Temple of Time, City in the Sky are our dungeons.
Ooh.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac. Hey, those are all fun dungeons.
They are pretty fun dungeons, I will not lie. They're not early dungeons.
No.
So we're gonna have a lot of overworld movement here. We're gonna be reading a lot of hints. We're gonna do this quick check. Okay. So Season 1 race settings, there is currently qualifiers for the Season 1 tournament going on for starting last week and going into this next week. I've done 3 seeds myself so far, and you said you did one yesterday.
Yep, I did the one yesterday and planning on doing one tomorrow.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
How the randomizer normally works, if you're familiar with randomizers at all, of course, it throws all of your items in disarray. So what we mean by Season 1 settings, these are race settings, meaning that they are more geared to be not really linear seeds, but it's not going to throw everything in disarray and make it take 6 hours. It's expected to be beaten in a relatively normalized amount of time. So, and the pathing that we do, there's a bunch of different things that different people do, but in general, we're just going to start out by getting a bunch of information, getting some early checks along the way, just so we can figure out what we're doing, get our bearings. So this check here we have...
Springwater Rush, nothing. Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Thanks, Isaac.
Springwater is barren, but...
We're going to get to do a minigame.
Well, at least we have Temple of Time required for that Dominion Rock required, right? It doesn't just tell you outright.
Yeah. We're going to go over here and just talk to our good friend, Ashe.
Ashe is one of my favorite NPCs because during this cutscene, which you see in basically every category and everything, she flips her hair there, and it doesn't move at all.
Yeah, it's just a nice little... This is where I typically write notes. Oh, that's good.
Ending blow, awesome.
Yeah, we do need Ending Blow in order to kill Ganondorf. It is the only hidden skill we actually need. Typically, you'll find one on the way. But I have seen someone get to the end without it because they forgot.
That is very much so a thing that happens in speedruns, and it always feels bad.
Ball and Chain is on the path to Lantern. Hurting Goats is a claw shot. Oh, cool.
Awesome. You get to do a lot of minigames with this seed.
Well, we skipped Ordon. We will go back to Ordon in a bit because I do really need that claw shot.
So, yeah, we definitely do want that claw shot. What we're going to have a lot of here, like Phantom said a bit ago, is that these are all later game dungeons. We're going to have a lot of overworld movement, and these hints are kind of telling us where we need to go. So the fact that we have to go and do Plum's minigame and do the goats in Ordon, we're going to have a fun time doing some interesting things. I hope you guys like balloons shaped like fruits.
Oh, hello, Poe.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, wonderful.
That happens. That's a cool Poe.
Yep, and this is the world's strongest waterfall. You can't even get near it.
That's fine. So after I grab these chests here in Zora's Domain, I'm actually just going to warp away because I'm doing Plum anyway.
Yeah, that is completely understandable because you're going to want to end up in Upper Zora's
eventually
at some point, but Plum's just going to put you right there.
So we do need a total of 20 Poe souls. we do start with 15, as per the race settings. 20 post holes gets us a check on Giovanni in Castletown, which, knowing Isaac, this is probably required anyway.
Shoutouts to Isaac. But what we're going to have as some interesting things, if you are more familiar with Twilight Princess, which might be just me, might be the entire crowd, I don't know. One thing that's required in Season 1 settings is to actually get the Reekfish scent to go up Snow Peak. You can't do any of the slew of like half a dozen tricks to get up there without it.
Unfortunately.
And they do that just because that actually introduces more checks, right? You need to get the progressive fishing rod. We need to get 2 of them before we can even go to Snow Peak. Temple of Time has a bunch of its own checks. There's a ton of items that we're going to need before we're able to do anything. So Phantom's going to go around to some of the popular early... Nice.
Typically, you have money by here. I actually can't do this because I need 30 in total.
Yeah.
So let's just go talk to Aru. He'll probably just give me 100 rupees.
Hey, are you really going to be that opposed to 100 rupees?
No. Honestly, no, not at all. Oh, cool.
And now we're in the water.
The screen is a little dark, but that's fine. We'll deal.
So what would you do if we don't have 100 rupees on Aru? Because then you can't afford Flight by Foul.
We will just go to Kakariko Village, honestly.
Yeah, that's entirely fair.
Typically, you have money at this point in the game.
Yeah, so one of the unique things, I guess I would call it, about Twilight Princess is it has a lot of random chests in the game, which for randomizer means there's a lot of places things can be. There's like 500 places things can be, technically, if you open up absolutely everything. And what that means is that there's a lot of them that just have rupees. A lot of rupees. Yeah, that's like a green rupee. I think the yellow one's like the... that's fine. So when Phantom says that they're expecting to have had rupees by there, we have 31 rupees and had to get 6 rupees. Normally at that point, we would have like maybe 200.
Typically, fairly normal. So this is Aru. He has a lot of dialogue.
Yep. Good old Toby. Wait. No, Toby's fire.
Oh, we got rupees.
Nice. Congrats. You got 5 rupees.
Me too, Link.
Oh, and we're standing on water.
As you do. We will be... there are some funny things you can do with Quick Transform, which is not a feature of the base game.
Oh, yeah. So we can talk about some of those quality of life changes. So this is the GameCube game. Now, if you're familiar with how the HD re-release worked, there was a button that just kind of transformed you. That was not in the original GameCube or Wii versions, but in the randomizer, they've patched it into a button combination so that we can just do it because nobody wants to take the time. It takes like 7 seconds to talk to Midna and then transform and go through the animation, and it reduces it to like 3.5-ish seconds. So it just saves a lot of time. All right,
Shellblade.
Ice block required. All right. Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, no.
Oh, I am absolutely glad that I'm not holding the controller right now.
You can tell me how to do Ice Block too, because I just...
Ooh, all right.
I don't actually know the solution to that one. I just kind of wing it.
All right, there's going to be a lot of no this one.
Ice Block 2 is the most complicated of the 3.
Yeah, so how the ice block puzzle works, and we'll touch on this in more detail later, but it's a set of 3 puzzles where you have the first one's like your basic, almost Pokemon-like, just push this around like 2 times and then push the other one around 2 times, and then you're right in the slot. And then the second one's like actually complicated for some reason.
Yep.
And then the third one's a big version of the first one. You do it 3 times instead of 2 times. Because that's harder.
And we can't actually cheat it because the way that you would cheat it in vanilla is not allowed in race settings, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yep, that does require moon boots. But we're going to totally do that because this is a showcase, not a race, right?
If only, I probably won't even have. Well, you need iron boots for that.
Yeah, you need iron boots to get there. You're
You
not
could
going
do
to be
it with
able
magic armor.
Please don't find magic armor. So a lot of these early checks, I mean, it's pretty clear if you are familiar with randomizers why we're here so early. There's a lot of chests very easily accessible just by grabbing a cucko and going straight over, grabbing 5 or 6 checks just right there. These are all early on. They require 0 items, which means that they are available immediately to us. And logically, how the game's going to generate everything, there's a certain item, that at least one, that will be required that has 0 item dependency itself.
Yep.
We haven't found that yet. We've found out a lot of stuff is somewhere. Well, actually, we have found it. Plum is technically one of them.
Who likes fruit?
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys really don't like melons, because we're not really supposed to touch those.
Strawberries, though.
All right, anybody here a fan of strawberries? Yeah. You guys are in for a treat. Look at all those strawberries down there.
There's 20 points. There's 40 points. 80 points.
Yeah.
So we need 10,000 points, by the way.
Yep, and strawberries are going to get us there, because eating healthy means eating strawberries. Does not mean eating pumpkins. If you guys like pumpkin pie, it's not that season yet.
And watermelons, definitely not.
Oh yeah, definitely not watermelons. Who likes seeds? Ooh.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
We just need to coast to the end now.
And by coast, you mean mash the A button, right?
Yeah. Watermelon.
Boo!
Ruin the combo.
All right, we're fine with pumpkins though. Pumpkins are, it's just not quite time yet, right? The pumpkin spice lattes. No, it's September.
Yeah.
It's September. It's time for the pumpkin spice lattes.
It is now September.
I don't think I'll be getting one, but you know.
I had bubble tea earlier.
Ooh. I had water.
Hello, Plum.
All right, so like it was hinted, this is the Dominion rod here.
No,
And-
I really don't want to play again.
Then Plum is going to wonderfully ask us if we need to get that high score and if we want to go again.
I've done max score before. I don't need to do it right now.
I don't even know what max score would look like. Do you just get every... Is that even possible?
You get every You can physically get every strawberry plus the first 3 pumpkins and like 2 watermelons.
Ooh.
So
Maybe I'll try that at some point. By at some point, I mean when I get home. If I remember. So we start out with... Okay, and that is a sword.
thanks.
All right.
I'll get that in a second.
Thank you again, Isaac. So we've been saying thank you, Isaac, a lot.
Great Bridge is dead. Love to see it. Do you want the other one?
Lake Hylia.
And Elden.
Elden Lantern Cave.
Yep.
Okay.
So I don't have any way to get the sword except by paying money. Thankfully, I have 112 rupees. So we're going to go in a boat.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to be the largest sword you have ever seen, by the way.
Yep. All right. Now, if you guys have played Dark Souls and you've seen like the Zweihander and how big that is, and it's this big old meme, you haven't seen anything. Look at this.
All right. Help. Quit. I'm done here. Yes.
So, like I was saying before we got all of that, the excitement about that sword that's now on Link's back, it's a stick, basically. Isaac is the person who generated the seed for us, and he has apparently chosen to have a little bit of fun.
He did play the seed.
He did say that he played it, so you know, he subjected himself to it. It's only fair.
All right. Is there anything in the fishing hole? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac.
You know, I normally wouldn't go back early, but I really want the squash shot.
That's entirely fair. We also know where the lantern is, right? So,
Do we? I thought it was on
Yeah.
the path.
Oh, no, we know ball and chain's path to lantern.
Yeah.
So we know it's going to be later on.
Yeah. But the claw shot is most likely going to be something we need like right now.
Yeah, but we don't have a fishing rod yet. So going back into Orden, the reason that we didn't do it off the bat is there are exactly 3 checks in Orden that we normally would not be able to do without items.
Yep.
The rest of it we can do just fine. So there's a high likelihood if there is something in Orden, we can grab it. There's not a 100% chance. So usually you want at least the lantern, if not also the fishing rod. Like personally, if Snow Peak is required like it is, then I would want the fishing rod because I know that I'm going to have it at some point early anyways.
They lock their door at night.
They do.
Really a shame.
They lock their door to keep their shields from being able to be grabbed. So we have to go and rob them in raw daylight. To be fair, they have an adequate defense here with this table. This absolutely massive table.
This jump is the hardest jump in the game, by the way.
Yep, let's see if you get it first try. All right.
Nope.
Good game, by the way. Good game. This is entirely just an intended mechanic to jump up this ledge. We are just pressing the A button. There we go. All right. You will not see a harder trick in this game.
Definitely not.
At least probably not in this seed, because if it's harder, it's probably banned by the race settings.
Debatably, but yeah. There are some skips. We're going to City in the Sky.
Yeah. And if we have Boomerang, we'll have fun. And if we don't have Boomerang, we might not.
True. I hope that we have Boomerang when we go to City in the Sky.
All right. Now, as anyone would logically assume, we're going to call a falcon here, maybe a hawk, to go and steal a cradle from a monkey because the monkey stole it from a new mother?
I mean...
The baby is fine. It's just the cradle. Why does the monkey want the cradle? I don't know.
It's funny.
Yes.
So the monkey thinks it's funny.
Fair enough. I don't normally converse with monkeys.
Anyway.
What? I don't actually know what's happening right now.
I'm gonna grab the sword.
That's not a sword, it's a heart. I just saw it.
So when you reload the room, by the way, after showing her the cradle, she's just up here.
Oh. Now you have to have grabbed the cradle. Oh, no you don't.
So we got hinted goats. That means we will not get a hint for a bow here. So I'm just going to actually wrestle bow anyway.
Yo, who likes rock, paper, scissors? All right, now, do you like rock, paper, scissors when it involves, like, slapping each other around in a sumo match? All right, cool, because that's exactly what this is.
All right, crowd. Should I slap, sidestep, or grab?
Everybody says sidestep, which is, I think, actually a 0% chance to work, but okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So how bow actually works, there's technically 2 phases, but in randomizer, it just puts us in the second phase. Nicely done. Bow is entirely RNG on what he does. There's 2 sets to it. There's the rock, paper, scissors with a weirdly skewed statistic, like I mentioned a second ago when I said I think it's actually a 0% chance for sidestepping to work. But we did. Yeah. And we knocked him off. So nicely done. Now, the second part of that was actually pushing him is, for some reason, a test of physical strength, and you just have to mash really fast.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to mash that fast, but for some reason, it's...
Optimally, it's about between 12 and 13, I believe.
Yeah, anything 12 or up if you immediately slap bow. So what I do in that, because I run this game like the vanilla version, and I want to do what's fast, I play rock, paper, scissors by always choosing rock, and I just slap him until it works.
And it works sometimes.
Yeah, it works sometimes, and when it doesn't, I start getting angry. So we do know that the goats, which are also immediately able to be grabbed, is our claw shot.
Yep.
So
I'm also bad at this, so.
ooh, are we gonna do left or right goats?
I go right first.
All right, well that is fair enough. Okay.
I will be happy with the sub 30.
Yep, and it is already going absolutely wonderfully. So the goats here are a very silly amount of RNG. The best that we can gather, I don't think that they're fully like decompiled for how they actually work. The thing that is random isn't their like placed position like you would think a sane person would program. No, the distance to actually get them to move is what's random.
Hi, goats.
So sometimes you'll be like 50 feet away and you see like that one that was barely on screen. And other ones you'll have to get right up next to them. So it's absolutely wonderful, and we have
I didn't see that one.
so much fun with this.
I did not see this one.
But we do get the wonderful goat in every time a goat gets in, which only gets more wonderful depending on the language you play on. So if you play on Spanish, instead of saying goat in, it just says B with like 7 E's.
Anyway, we got a claw shot.
Yeah, now we have a claw shot.
So where are we going to go with claw shot?
Ooh, are we going to go do star?
Yes.
Nice.
That was my first assumption.
Now, what does star stand for?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it is an acronym.
Yeah, it is, technically.
But the first thing that we should do with the claw shot is climb this vine.
Sort of.
Yeah,
Ball and chain, yep.
and
Spinner chest is water bombs.
yay, no spinner chest. We don't like spinner chest because it's really far out of the way. Or like, no, you have Temple of Time. It's not that far out of the way.
Yeah.
Never mind. Thank you, Isaac.
There's also still the lantern chest up there anyway.
Yeah, but lantern is. I'm going to go on a hard read and say that lantern is very not needed.
Well, we do need it for a Temple of Time.
Yes, we do. Never mind.
In fact, the first small key chest we can't actually get.
Yeah, the very first thing that you do in Temple of Time is light some lanterns, and you can't progress otherwise because the first room. Ooh.
Oh, really nice also.
What was that second one?
The small key chest in City is an orange rupee.
Oh, okay. No small key chest.
So we can do the fun way and go the opposite direction.
Yeah, do you guys like doing things the correct way, or do you like doing them the wrong way? Good, because that sign just told us that we can go the wrong way and not get punished for it.
Yeah, there is one chest in City in the sky that if you go the wrong way, you actually can't get. So, but it's also slow to go the right way. So we got 20 souls to the gold man.
And we can get him able to move, but he's still golden, and his cat Gangle is free.
Oh, I definitely thought there would be something there. I would not have been surprised.
That is a very weird side quest. So a random ghost cursed this man with the Midas touch, and then he like scratched his face after touching his cat or something. And then the cat is frozen and he's frozen. And then we have to go and like Ghostbuster it up and hunt all of these ghosts down to fully free him.
Yep.
It's a really... Twilight Princess has some really weird... Yay! We have to get bugs. Do you guys like random bugs? Well, we need a specific one.
One of the... Okay, there's only 6 bugs in the game because the other ones are removed.
Yeah.
But one of those 6 bugs is a claw shot. And we do need 2 claw shots.
Okay. We don't just need 2 claw shots to beat the game, which we do. And I did not say that in the correct order. We do not need 2 claw shots to just beat the game, but we do need it to also beat this specific version of the game with dungeons.
Yep. In order to... Oh.
Hey. All right, are you going to try it with the single claw?
No.
Fair enough.
I've never done that, and I don't intend on doing it now.
That is entirely understandable. My job here is to call out when something weird can be done and say, are you going to do it? And then Phantom says no.
Star 1 without claw shot is, oh my god, more tempting, but also terrible.
I almost disagree on that. I get that it's easier, but it's just kind of slow. You just roll around.
Yeah, you roll around, you do some jumps.
Yeah. Okay, so we know that we're going to need to go to Linneiru Spring in a bit, but the problem with Linneiru Spring is, well, at one point we need double claw shots for 2 checks. For another one, we need like iron boots or magic armor to get those chests. And then yet another chest, we need lantern, which we know where 2 of those things, actually know where all of those things are. Kind of. We know one is path. And they all are silly.
So a ball and chain path probably means it's in Snow Peak.
Yeah, it's almost, yeah. That's very fair. Well, no, we know it's not the ice puzzle, so what else could it even be other than Snow Peak?
I mean, Freezer Grotto.
Oh.
But, I mean, that's on the way to Snow Peak.
Yeah, that's climbing up Snow Peak Mountain. The mountain's part of the dungeon.
Yeah. Fun. Heart piece.
All right, do we have backslice yet?
No. Oh. I have ending blow.
That's fair.
Oh, thanks.
Fair enough. So that sign said barren zone. The sign in any zone that is barren, as in there are no relevant checks, will say that it's a barren zone on it.
I could have just jumped down in the hole. It's fine.
Yeah. You went to Lake Hylia.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You're going to the spring, aren't you?
Yeah.
But there are...
Let's go this way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do the other fly by file.
Yeah. So there are a fair number of checks in the spring that we can't get, but just because we only really have a claw shot and a Dominion Rod, there's only so much stuff that we can do, and similarly, logically, we know that there is going to be something that is on a check that we can get with something that we got where we had no items previously.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if this is a bug.
As in, like, an actual bug, like a centipede or something, not like this is a glitch.
Yeah, no. If we go into spring, you get the 2 claw shot chests, and it's just like a mantis.
Yep.
And then we go to Agatha and get another claw shot.
Oh, Agatha's a fun one. I'm sure everybody here has played Hyrule Warriors and played as Agatha. But Agatha is a fan of bugs and wants to have an actual ball, like a formal dance with 24 bugs.
Yep.
All right, we'll get an orange rupee. The most normal check that you will see a lot of orange rupees, everybody. If you wanted to like pick a like fantasy land to live in, this is it, because you just find $100 randomly. Everywhere. There's $200.
So notably, every time that I have defeated Blizzetta, I'm like, she's gonna give me an orange rupee.
Yeah.
And it's always correct.
Oh, yeah. And I love doing that because that is like the true love cutscene, right? So after the 2 true loves are reunited and you free Yetta from like the cursed spirit, and Yetto comes in and is like, no, you don't need a mirror to be beautiful. You are already beautiful in my eyes, which is like the sweetest thing ever, right? They like spawn all of these hearts, and then the last thing that they spawn is a heart container in the vanilla game, right? A big heart. But in the randomizer, it's commonly just money. And there's even more money.
All right, let's go do Kakariko.
That is a good call at this point.
There's not a whole lot else I can do.
Well, Springwater was dead at least, so we don't need anything there. So this money is not really needed for anything.
I do need to pay Koro $100 still.
True.
But I can do that kind of whenever, because it's Farron Woods.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot there without Lantern.
Yeah, we didn't get a hint for Farron. We can check Farron Field. You were telling me about how you have a wonderful time with Farron Field earlier.
I already have 2 swords, okay?
But you can have 2 more. Don't you want butter?
I love butter.
Can't believe it's not butter. It's a sword to defeat the forces of Shadow and Twilight.
Yeah, it's super useful in Randomizer, where you deal with how many Shadow Beasts?
Okay, so you don't have to just leave the.
Goodbye, Rutella.
Yeah, goodbye. Oh, thank you for like releasing my spirit.
We don't need whatever you have. It's fine. But we do want to check this sign also. Is that all the Baron Zones?
That was 2 Baron Zones. We had. Hold on.
South Castletown, Kakariko Graveyard.
And then the other thing that you had was you went to South Castletown.
Yeah.
Which, that's on me for not telling you.
Yeah, I just forgot. Lanayru Spring, Elden Field, Bomb Rock Chest is an orange rupee.
So Lanayru Spring being Path to Argarok is probably a bug, but it could also just be like, hey, your iron boots are here.
Well, iron boots are 2 of the checks. But also true.
It could be the lantern check, though.
It could be the lantern check. It could be double claw shot. It gets us iron boots.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would be unfortunate. But, you know, things happen. Randomly.
Hey, money!
So our wallet size is a little bit bigger than normal.
Yep. So in the vanilla game, you can only carry up to 300 rupees on the base wallet, which is perfect because that's exactly what you need to send the cannon to be repaired by fire and then blast you off to City in the Sky. That's the only thing that you need it for in the vanilla game. In the randomizer, depending on your settings, you need a lot more rupees, and luckily there are a lot to go around.
Yeah, we don't have lake beds, so I don't really care about buying the bomb bag. That check is not used, but if you do want to buy water bombs, you do need to still buy his quote-unquote bomb bag.
Or get really lucky.
Or route so well that you use up all of your regular bombs and just find water bombs.
Yep. Because that's feasible.
Yep. It definitely is a thing you could do.
And again, that is my absolute job here, to tell you things that you could do but probably shouldn't.
Isaac did mention an idea fairly recently where, so Golden Wolf checks aren't obviously included, but the one outside Forest Temple is always spawned because there's no associated Howling Stone.
Yeah.
So he was thinking of, what if we just plando that to water bombs so that you could route that in?
Oh, that's not a bad idea for race settings. That's interesting. I at least like that. That was less money than normal. No, I mean like vanilla. That's like 50 rupees.
Yeah.
It was a tenth of that. All right, now we're going to do my favorite trick, because in randomizer, they just call it like alcove jump or something. In speedrunning, we have a category called Pirate RTA, and this is our precious booty. So this is the precious booty jump.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love that fact. And it's actually a pretty hard trick, so that was very well done. And now we have the shield attack for the shield we don't have.
Yeah, what shield?
The next check will be a shield.
Are you sure?
If it is, if it is, that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to commit anything to that, but if it is, I'm going to give you a thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even 2.
Well, so we got a hint for the Elden Field bomb chest, so we know that this doesn't matter. We'll never need to come back for this. But there is one other check down here we can't get that requires lantern, so hopefully I can just ignore it also.
Yeah. We know that the spring water is a Baron check, but there is a... well, there's also a fence over here. I was about to say a fence. There's a sign over here.
Yeah,
by the fence.
There's a fence right there.
And we do have a few other checks that we can get here in Elden Field.
Yeah, we know
already knew that.
Isa
and
helping
Isa's Baron. Thank you, Isa.
Is that all of the always hints yet?
We have Isa's Baron. We have the spring water, ice block, plum. It's missing one, isn't it?
Ice block,
plum.
Spring water, plum, Isa. Yes, there's one more.
All right.
Ooh, 5 rupees.
We will remember what check that is at some point.
I mean, I could just, please, link. I could just open up the spreadsheet on my phone.
You could open up the spreadsheet on your phone, or we could have more fun with it and do it until we remember. Oh, there's a spreadsheet open on your phone.
Yeah. Fun fact, the other always hint is Shellblade. We actually have seen that.
Shellblade, we have seen that. I wrote Shellblade down as...
I mean, it's garbage, right?
Yeah, I wrote an X next to she. Wait, no, that says she. That's a word. Oh.
And how many sometimes hints do we have?
How many sometimes hints do we have? We have had, I see, no small key chest, no spinner chest, and
Eldenfield Bomb Rock.
Eldenfield Bomb Rock.
Did we have Gorge Lantern Chest? I think.
I don't think so. I don't see any Gorge Lantern chest. Those are the 3 that I have written down.
Okay.
I am also writing this on, now, as reference, I graduated like 4 years ago, and this is from like junior year. It's a random homework assignment that has like a back of it to write these notes on. I was trying to find something to just write it on, and I'm like, yep, this is good enough. It is. I have like an entire other side. All right, so this is definitely out of logic, but we already know that Temple of Time is required, and we have an early Dominion Rod. This check would normally require 2 Dominion Rods, but is also very easily done just by like jumping with the wolf and going wee.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
this is a curved monitor also, so that lineup was like, I think this is right.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
All right, am I gonna get sniped? Nope.
No.
Shocking.
You would? All right, you did. I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna go over here and get the. Oh, I could do the cave also.
yeah, I was gonna ask, are you gonna try to do Stock Cave without iron boots?
Yeah, I just can't get the lantern chest, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
So we're gonna get to see some fun little like speed strats here to avoid using like what we would be expected to have. And this is not something that I've done very much and is definitely just a fun little jump. So it's gonna be a nice little treat here in maybe like a minute after we actually get in that cave. Because for some reason the claw shot target is a mile away from the door.
Just gotta get over here. There's a bug up here sometimes. In vanilla.
Yeah.
I don't know how far it travels.
It doesn't really travel, like it travels along the wall.
Oh, is it one of the stick bugs?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a flying bug.
All right, this is the Elden Stock Cave, which normally you see like the little glowy stuff. That would be like magnet stuff for the iron boots. Instead, we're gonna just jump down here, immediately skip the first thingy, and that's really like it's like a magnet beam thing. Thingy is the scientific term, and we got money.
And then you can't make this jump from up here, so we're just gonna.
Yeah, you can't make that jump from up there, but you can make it from the very top.
Yeah.
And this is a lot harder of a jump, and let's see how quickly Phantom can do it. So they're gonna line up on a roughly specific spot, and mainly like the angle is what matters more than anything, because other than that, it's basically just hitting the A button. And nice. And almost jumped in the lava. And now we have backslice.
Cool. Very useful for something that we don't need to do.
Yeah. But it's just fun because you can now roll after you side hop.
True. All right, so let's go to Gorge.
That is Kakariko Village.
Yep. So in order to go to City in the Sky, I need a sky book. Otherwise, I could technically go there and like look around a little bit.
Yeah, so in the vanilla game, how getting to City in the Sky works is you go and you collect 5 or 6 Skybook characters. I don't know, I clip in all the time. I think it's 5 Skybook characters, and in the randomizer, you start with 1 less than the number of characters that you need, so you don't have to go collect them all, at least in the race settings.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to collect them all and you can just kind of go as soon as you find one. The reason for that is we don't want to just completely open up the dungeons, because then you have this interesting logic to maybe find something that is going to get us into the dungeon if there is nothing else that would preclude us from going into the dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, since we know Ball and Chain is on the path to Lantern, that's probably what I need immediately. More likely.
Yeah, it is more likely because City in the Sky basically only requires, you do need Iron Boots. City is path to Armagoma.
That's a bow.
And that last one was something is water bombs.
What was it? Link, why'd you roll? Spinner chest.
Spinner chest. Yep, we already knew that. All right, so now that we know that City is the path to Armagoma, that basically tells us that we're going to be going to... Nice. It basically tells us that we're going to be going to City first, which is fun. And there are a lot of checks that we can get in City without having that many items, kind of.
Yeah, technically.
Technically, if we're going by the actual logic of the randomizer, we would want to have the Iron Boots, the double claw shot, and the spinner, because then we can do everything.
Yep. Spinner might not be required for City. We'll be able to tell based on a sign.
It does, yeah.
Very likely, since Isaac rolled the seed, we will need to do that. Although maybe because he made the he made Spike fight Aralphos. So maybe we won't have to go that direction.
He also made Jim fight Morpheal.
True.
And that's not even really that bad if you have Zora armor, but...
Link. There's a chest.
There is a chest.
Please.
There's also a nice camera. That is the wing of the Keith.
Yeah, so those small chests are very hard to open.
Yeah, because there are rats and bats and anything that rhymes with at.
And also just Wolflink doesn't like opening chests.
Yeah, so if anybody here has played the GameCube version of Twilight Princess recently, maybe for the first time in a while, you will remember that for some reason Wolflink controls like a tank. Like if you've played Resident Evil 5 and you've seen how Chris Redfield will like bulk around, that is the Wolflink but on 4 legs. It's absolutely ridiculous. It controls weirdly. All right.
Thanks, Koro.
Thanks, Koro. That is the last sword that we technically need to beat the game.
Okay.
Shellblade Grotto is gone. Okay.
I think there's probably like one sometimes hint. We've seen 2 paths. We've seen the path to items. So we've seen 2 barren regions?
We have seen South Castletown being barren, and we have seen... There was one more.
Anyway, I can't see. But that's fine.
Oh yeah, we can't see here. That's fine.
I'm sure the stream can't really see much either, but on my own monitor at home, this is plainly visible, and it's also in logic anyway.
Yeah.
This is a Sphere 0 check that does not require Lantern.
So, this is kind of just a consequence of how dark this game is for some reason. And it was money. It's always money.
Yeah, pretty much always money.
It's just a consequence of how dark this game is. Like, caves are so impossibly hard to see that runners of randomizer, of the vanilla game, whatever, we tweak the monitor settings to very high brightness so that we can see in there without the lantern, because we want to be able to see where we're going.
So I'm going to do something over here just for fun, I guess. No. I do need to get rid of this pellet hill, kind of get in the way. You can actually just grab this chest.
Oh? This is not something that I was aware of. Does it use backslice?
No. You just climb here.
Oh, this chest.
And then I just jump in the mist anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just climb up there.
Neat. See, I'm learning.
This does technically require Lantern.
Yeah, so there's 3 checks in here and then a subzone that has itself 2 more checks that all of them require Lantern, because what you're supposed to do is you take the Lantern and you swing it and it creates this circle of just space that Link can go in, because as we all know, light for some reason removes poison.
Yep.
I think we learned that in Pokemon.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was money.
Always money.
And then we go into the poison. Something capitalism.
Actually, I think it's probably still faster just to warp over here and grab this one.
It's
check.
absolutely faster to warp, yep.
Yeah. That's way too many minute jumps.
So the other thing that we haven't really done, because it's pretty restrictive, but we do have a claw shot that is technically possible by logic, and I'm starting to think is maybe the case, is that in Temple of Time, we have a Dominion Rod, we have a claw shot, we have swords. We can do a fair bit of Temple of Time. We just know that to beat Temple of Time, we need to do City.
Well, we also need a lantern to get the first Smoky.
That is still true. I forgot that for the third time today.
That's fine.
We can go get Uku while we're here, though.
We can get Uku. We can also grab the only single Dominion Rod check in the entire game in the others in the past.
Yeah. And are you going to do it without Dominion Rod? And there's our Skybook. All right, so we can go to City. We do need to have Iron Boots. Not for anything early on. That's just for Argarok. But we would like to have it. We can do a fair bit of City. Something that happens in the randomizer logic. Not super frequently, but not infrequently either, is that the randomizer will tell us, hey, go to this dungeon, get this item, leave this dungeon, go to this dungeon, and then go back to the first dungeon.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit goofy, and we're going to do this with the Dominion Rod and not without, because, yeah.
Because why?
Because it's fun.
It's only money in here.
It was money, but I would absolutely, I do this all the time. I will do the clip in and then leave with the Dominion Rod.
So I am going to read a sign up here in the Temple of Time next to Uku, pick up Uku, and Uku out.
Yep. So using Uku is very safe. Here's like a quirk of actually the vanilla game. Uku is very safe to beat other dungeons with in your inventory. Uku is basically the equivalent of Ocarina of Time's Pharaoh's Wind, where you can warp in and out of a dungeon, right? Uku will clear herself on completion of the dungeon. In every dungeon in the game where you have Uku, you will, if you have a different dungeon's Uku and you grab Uku, you overwrite Uku. But if you have a different dungeon's Uku and you finish the dungeon, what do we got here?
Dark Nut is nothing.
And
Swords and Linear, I don't care.
All right. So getting Uku here, if we have a different dungeon's Uku, so for example, we have Temple of Time's Uku, and we know that we're going to want to beat City in the Sky. So what Phantom can do is beat City in the Sky, and we'll have the Uku for Temple of Time still. It won't clear from the inventory because it's not associated to the right dungeon. There's one exception to that, and it's Arbiter's Grounds, which luckily we don't have as a dungeon.
Yep.
No clue why Arbiter's Grounds just wipes every Uku from your inventory, but they put a different person on that project that day for coding it.
Thanks, Stallard.
Thank you, Stallard. Which is a wonderful name because it's Stall Lord, like Stall Hound and Stall Soldier, right? But it's also just spelled kind of in a way that you can pronounce it like mallard, like a duck. And that's way more fun. So it's not like this dragon bone thing. It's a duck.
Sure. I believe you.
I am, yeah. Everything that I say here is absolute fact, trust me.
Yes, there's not a whole lot I can do here, but we can kind of go in reverse. We can do quite a bit the opposite direction of what we're supposed to do.
We can, and this is what I alluded to earlier. So we're going to do this basically in how you would do it in a casual playthrough, in this room in particular. But what Phantom's going to do is, first we're going to not turn on a fan, which is a very simple trick, but it's a very weird trick. So Phantom's going to carefully approach this door and open it without actually touching the door. And because we did not touch the door, what happens is now the fan up above in the room that Phantom is in currently, nothing beyond this point, nice, is not turned on. And all right, that right there is Leroy. We named that Helmasaur King. His name is Leroy, and Leroy decided that he did not want to be with us today.
It's fine. He's fine.
Now
He's on the block.
There is another Helmasaur King, not up here, but right above after we do this fun trick. This is going to be called Kai Clip. Are you doing Kai Clip?
I can't do Kai Clip.
We are not going to be doing Kai Clip. We're going to go outside.
We only have one claw shot.
Yep, you do. That is true. You can attempt to do Kai Clip and then remember that you have one claw shot.
I would love to do Kai Clip if only I had another claw shot. Anyway.
Fair enough. Anyways, we can do like a nice quick claw shot up here. This is only a little bit slower than doing Kai Clip. We got money. So it's not even a huge consequence, but...
I'll go over here first.
Yeah. We are able to do, like, skipping that fan trigger, which means that we're going to be able to do all of these, what are technically the end of the dungeon, basically. Like, this is up to getting the... There's a grasshopper.
Well, no, that one can't be claw shot. Because logically, you need double claw shot to get over here.
Yeah.
Typo. I was trying to get on the rope, but okay.
So all of these checks that Phantom is doing are now out of logic in that they would require double claw shot, if not something even more.
I'm trying to think of what's the best way to get to the main door. I just go down here.
I think you just do what the intended route is.
Intended route.
Intended percent is my favorite category.
US glitchless.
Yeah, US glitchless. Oh, I love that there is US glitchless and JP glitchless, and yep, I'm not going to get on that note. That is a contentious topic, and I have opinions.
Oh, nice. The birds without a bow, by the way, that's a thing.
They have a claw shot.
I guess that stuns them, kind of.
Okay, so a fun thing that you can do with the Kargaroks with the claw shot is you can hit them repeatedly, and they will go far enough out that at least on, I don't know about this specific map, but I know that there's multiple other maps with Kargaroks that if you hit it with a claw shot enough, it goes out of its own range and doesn't fly anymore. It just falls. Or you can kill it with the sword. That also makes it fall.
Funny. You'd think. Hi.
I think this one's going to be nice to us.
Is it?
Yeah. See, it missed.
It did miss. I still don't want it to be here when I am crossing this tightrope. All right, surely this is something.
All right, and that Helmasaur King there does not have a name, the one off to the right there. Unfortunately, it does not see enough use that it gets a name. There's a dragonfly.
Okay, so that's two bugs over here, but they're both double claw shot locked. I also can't go anywhere else in the dungeon because I need double claw shot.
Yeah, so we're kind of locked out of anything that's in city right now, but that's perfectly fine.
We do know that we don't need Spinner to go to the right side of city because there's nothing over there, which is useful information.
Yeah, very useful information. It means that we can have a lot more fun with City in the Sky later.
True.
We can do the Wii side of the dungeon, and I both mean Wii as in Wii, and Wii as in the version.
I do not have iron boots. We're going to land in the water.
Yes, we are. All right, Link's clothes are wet.
Are they?
They do actually show a little bit wet, yes.
Yeah.
They get like slightly damp.
All right, there's not a whole lot else here that I can do. I have not gone up here yet, but there's nothing I can do there at the moment.
We need ball and chain to go to the ice puzzle.
Spinner. There's Helmasaur Grotto.
There is Helmasaur Grotto. All right. Now, this is the fun kind of fun. Are you guys ready for Helmasaur Grotto? Because Helmasaur Grotto is, yeah, that is exactly what you do. You just cheer the entire time.
For the Helmasaur?
So, yeah, for the Helmasaur. Every time that Phantom gets hit by a Helmasaur, let's cheer it on.
There are 5 Helmosaurs in here. And this is where you learn to not like Helmosaurs.
Oh, it absolutely is. All right, so this stone formation here is going to denote where the grotto is, and then down here we're going to see 5 Helmosaurs that charge at us in an enclosed space. 1. Oh.
No.
Wait, where are the other 2?
They're over here somewhere. See?
Woo! All right, you only got hit twice. That is actually really impressive.
When you end up doing this grotto, literally every seed.
That is understandable. All right. And it was money. All right, what else do we got still? We've
Toad-Poley.
Oh, Toad-Poley Grotto with only a sword.
Uh-huh. That is a thing that we do have access to.
Yes, it is. All right. We also have, fair enough. We also have the Vines chest.
Great Bridge is dead.
That is true. I did write Gabah.
Gabah.
And I was trying to figure out what G-Bolt was.
Yeah, so we know that there's nothing on the Great Bridge, which is pretty nice. That's pretty out of the way to get to. Because I am thinking of, like, what else even is there?
I am with you there. We know Shellblade Grotto is barren. I will rack my brain while you do Toad-Poley Grotto and talk about how parrying works.
So yeah, you like tennis? Because that's what we're doing with a bunch of frogs.
And sometimes you can miss.
Yep.
Because that's how tennis works.
Yeah, so if you have a shield, you can also do shield attack. And you can also use wolf attack, but that's not in logic.
Yeah.
Just get shot while I'm swinging across here.
So we can also do the water bomb fish grotto.
We're already there.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought you ran right by it.
No. I parked Epona on the bridge and then ran back to it.
I was probably writing something.
Yeah. Surely Toad-Poley's.
Let's see. So we have City, Temple of Time, and
Snow Peak.
And we still don't have a fishing rod.
Not a single fishing rod.
We
anyway.
do have a ball and chain. All right. And we know that the ball and chain is on its path to the lantern.
Yep.
So we're going to try to find the lantern now, maybe, but technically ball and chain being path to lantern does not mean a ball and chain check goes to lantern. All it means is the ball and chain is required on the path that we need to do to get to the lantern. Mm-hmm. So it could be that the ball and chain is required to do something that gets us the bow, to do something that gets us the iron boots, to do something that gets us to... Wait, no, we can go get the iron boots. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, we can go get iron boots. I was gonna go here anyway.
Fair enough.
But let's just go to get iron boots then. That'll probably be more useful than 2 chests.
Yeah.
I forgot that ice block puzzle was important.
Ice block puzzle is important. Thank you, Isaac.
My favorite check in the entire game that has sometimes mattered.
All right. Are you guys ready for me to go do a bunch of... No, push this one here. No, push this one here. And I'll point with this pencil that I have.
So when I did a seed just in the GDQ practice room, and I did this check and it was a sword.
All right.
And that was my master sword, and that's when I turned off the seed. Because it was also a sword required hint. So it was the master sword, and I could not get the light sword logically from there.
Wonderful. There is the sign up here.
There's a sign. Do we really need it at this point, though?
Not really. I think we have most of our hints.
We might be missing a sometimes hint still.
We might be missing a sometimes hint, and we are missing a Baron hint.
Are we still missing a Baron hint?
Yeah, we have...
It's Graveyard, South Castle Town, Great Bridge. That's 3.
Oh, yeah. Graveyard.
Yep. One of the most inconsequential Baron zones in the game.
Yep. Okay, so like I said before, this is basically, a giant Pokemon solution. If you guys remember Pokemon where you push around the strength blocks in like Gen 3.
Except it's on ice.
Except it's on ice, and it's, for some reason, a lot larger than this man. So Link is canonically like 4'8", which is wild that he's that small, but that means that these ice blocks that are like twice his size are like 10 feet tall. So these ice blocks are just the size of a room.
All right, hardest puzzle in the game.
All right,
here.
The one to your right, you're gonna push it up.
All right.
And then the one on the left, you're gonna push it up.
Up.
Yep. And then you're not going to do what makes a lot of sense. You're going to go up and push the one that you haven't touched yet across. Yes.
Okay.
So then you're going to push that one that you just pushed down.
Yep.
And then you're going to push it so that it's under the one that it was on top of before.
So to the right from here?
To the right, and then to back towards the block, yeah.
So this way?
Yep. And then to your right again. You're going to push the same block again.
Okay.
So then the one that you just pushed it against, you're going to push that across so it hits the other block.
Yep. And then...
You're going to push the one that you just pushed it against, push it down.
Okay.
Then you're going to push the one that the one that's in the middle there. Like, right. Push it where that one just was.
This one?
Nope. That one.
This one, push it to the right?
Push it to,
This way?
That way.
Ah, yes. Logic.
Push it, then same thing, push the same block to the right of what it is in your current perspective.
This way?
Yep. Now push it onto the switch.
Okay.
Now you're going to push the one that is to your left back up to where it was before.
Uh-huh.
And then push it, you're going to not push it across yet. You're going to go to that one that is not on the switch and not in the corner. So that one right there.
Yep.
And push it. Either direction works. It really doesn't change the solution. You're going to push it across and down. So it's going to go across the switch.
And down this way.
Yep. Then the one that's in the corner there, you're going to push it across. Take the one that you have now pushed. I hope that you can see the solution now. This is a way more complicated puzzle than it has any reason to be.
The way that I do this is definitely not the optimal way. Typically, if I have to do this, I just push things around until it works, but this puzzle is dumb.
Yep, I think...
And then this is basically the first one.
This is the first one, but we have 3 blocks now, and it's a space bigger block of ice.
Okay.
Because that's harder.
I pushed this one, right?
Yeah, you can push that one just fine. And then you would push ideally both of those at the same time.
To the corners, basically.
Yeah, to the corners. And then that was really only because the one that is to the corner to your right now, because that was in the way of pushing the other one. So you can push that one back. Nope, the one that's in that top corner.
Yeah.
You want to push that one back to where it was. Then you can push either one of them over. You're just gonna cycle it around until it's in front of the one that's correct.
Right.
So you can push not that one, but the one that you just pushed, push it across. The one that's to your left now, push it across.
To the right.
To the right. Put the one that you just moved out of the way back where it was. And then you can push that one back into that space.
Right.
And then you leave the one that you just pushed exactly where it is for the rest of time.
Yep. And then you just do the loop after it's been set up.
Yep.
Or if you had a boomerang.
Or if you had a boomerang and the iron boot and jump strike. So you're running 100%.
I don't think you need jump strike for this, for the third puzzle skip.
The full, like, getting on the block is a jump strike moon boots.
Well, for just third puzzle skip.
Oh, just third puzzle skip. Fair enough.
Anyway.
Wow, it's iron boots.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you,
making
Isaac.
us do this.
I think in that middle puzzle, I had one extraneous thing. All right, so now that we have iron boots and ball and chain, but we don't have any fishing rod or anything, what we can do is we can go to City and check those 2 checks at the very beginning.
I think we should go to Lanayru Spring first.
We can also go to Lanayru Spring and check those 2 checks that are also underwater.
That are probably a bug for the path.
Yep, so we're still missing the lantern. So we're basically going to know if the lantern is required for the path that the Lanayru Spring is on to Argarok, which actually doesn't make sense if it's anything else. So it is
like a 2 in 3 chance, basically.
Well, lantern.
Because ball and chain is path to lantern.
Yeah, and
yeah,
that is money. Was it Armagoma path to Argarok or the reverse?
Reverse.
So Argarok path to Armagoma.
Well, City in the Sky, but yeah.
City in the Sky. Lantern is required.
Great. Oh, that's a shame.
Wait, why did I ask you? I'm the one with things written.
You do have the notes. Let's go break open some rocks.
Yeah.
What I was going to do before going to get iron boots.
Do you guys like the darkness? Because we're going back into the darkness. Oh, we get to talk about the fun property of the ball and chain, though.
Oh, true, true.
All right, so the ball and chain is known for its big and explosive damage. And I think that's actually along the lines of what the description reads, and it's pretty literal. It, for some reason, has not just, like, the damage value of a bomb explosion, it also has the property to burn webs.
So, anyway.
So, goodbye, web.
Goodbye being able to see.
Goodbye being able to see. You guys can't really see what's going on, I don't think.
I mean, I can't, so.
I can kind of.
I know that I need to go this way based on the mini-map.
Yep, and then you're going to go up and to the right.
Yep.
And then we're going to burn more webs.
Yeah, I forgot there was another web in the way. Anyway, hi, Skulltula.
Yay!
Illuminated by the glow of money.
So we'll have a few times where the actual space is illuminated. We can't get every check in here. One of them is a lantern chest. But in this actual space, anytime that we open a chest and get, like, money, or anytime that we, like, kill a Skulltula, anytime something explodes because the monsters explode when they die, it generates light, and we can see for a brief second where we are.
Oh, there's another web. Hi.
Here's another web. And there's also a keys that we got to see that web because of the keys.
Thank you, keys. One more chest.
Now, Phantom, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If the plural of goose is geese, is the singular of keese coos?
No. I'm gonna say no.
Fair enough. I'm not a linguist. Okay, so for this one, I would just, like, kill something so you can see where the chest is.
Yeah, it's around here. I know it's around here. Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hardest trick in the run.
Not even required.
So if it is required, it is also something that requires the lantern.
Yep. So
all right.
What else can we do with ball and chain at the current moment?
With ball and chain at the current moment, we can get the iron boots and do some iron boots checks. So in Lanayru, we have the underwater chest. City in the Sky, we have 2 chests.
Yep. And we have 1 chest in Kakariko.
We do have a chest in Kakariko.
Let's do this really quick because it's fast. It's fast single check. Ideally, I really don't want to go back into city just for 2 chests. That's so far out of the way. But I guess if we're going there anyway, there's the underwater chest in the water in Lake Hylia.
Yeah, we would ideally have the second claw shot before we go back to city.
Yeah, really would like that.
But the thing is, like, logically, it makes a lot of sense for those 2 checks to possibly be something.
Yeah. And I would not be surprised if one of them was just a bug.
Yep. All right. Well, actually, we're not going to really see it underwater. But we haven't really talked about the other quality of life features. Like, the iron boots move super slowly, except for some reason underwater. That is a fishing rod.
Anyway.
All right, well, that's a normal thing to have happen. Oh.
You didn't know about that, did you?
No, I actually just do Rocket League.
Okay. Do I really want... I'm not going to do cat rescue.
So a similar, I guess I can talk about that, even though that's not normally something you would talk about in Randomizer. When the game has a state where Link is in water, but not on the ground in the water, so swimming, or apparently turning into a wolf, the game will run a check and say, are you on the ground, and is this an actionable thing that you can do? And if the answer is no, the game assumes that you are surfaced and plops you right up.
Yep. And that's exactly what we do. Really convenient with really deep water.
Yep.
And?
That is a bug.
That is good.
That is good.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't teleport while I'm in the water.
Yeah, this is not the 1.0 version of the Wii version of Twilight Princess. The only version where you can teleport while in the water for some reason.
So I'm going to guess that this ant is a claw shot.
Yeah, if the ant is secretly a claw shot, then it's really good at hiding, but it does have pincers, so it makes sense. Do ants have pincers?
Kind of.
I'm getting, like, confused yeses from the crowd, so, like, yes?
Actually, this ant shouldn't be able to be claw shot.
Thank you.
Because claw shot should be a bug that's in Lanayru Spring. Surely.
Yeah. Well, we can also check those... What? There.
I was going to go to Lanayru Field.
You could.
The underwater chest.
Yeah, let's just go do that. If we don't, then we're going to regret it. Oh, we can also do the... Wait, is that a lantern check in the Skulltula Grotto there?
Yes.
Never mind, we cannot do that.
However, if this check is lantern...
It is logically possible that this is the lantern check.
Yes. We also don't have a bomb bag, so bombs do things that bomb bag opens up, which includes the Baba Serpent Grotto in Sacred Grove. And you can knock down the higher Baba Serpent with Claw Shot.
Yes, you can. But it's really fun to smack. So when Babas hang from the ceiling in Twilight Princess, they need to be cut down with the claw shot, the boomerang, bow and arrow, what have you, right? If you don't do that, and if it's low enough, it becomes a literal punching bag. You can just swing at it forever. It does not die ever. It is invincible.
Yep.
So it is the true final boss of the game.
Literally unbeatable.
Literally unbeatable, and we will get to see one. We're going to go to City.
Yeah, before too long. Hopefully. I really want the second claw shot.
Yeah. That's another bug. Okay, so that was actually good that we got this.
Yeah.
Because it could be that grasshopper. Actually, you said earlier, it could be like a grasshopper.
Okay, so we have 4 bugs right now.
Yeah.
But we know that Lanayru Spring is on the path to Argarok. And we haven't found anything in Lanayru Spring.
Yes.
And we know that Agatha doesn't have Lantern.
So...
I'm just gonna go City.
Yeah, that is a fully fair way to think about it.
I hate this play, but it is not unreasonable because it is technically still on the path to Lantern.
The alternative is that the bug gives you claw shots and Lantern is in City.
But that wouldn't be the path to Argarok.
In Lanayru Spring?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
It has to be double claw shot in that Lantern chest.
There has to be a lantern chest somewhere that uses ball and chain. Or iron boots, because ball and chain got us the iron boots. That's how the linear progression works.
Yep. Has to be something on that path. And that is a big
key. So now we can go to Argarok.
And not kill him.
Actually, we can't even get there because we don't have the double claw.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so if it has to be something else...
We got a fishing rod from Iron Boots. I really don't want to go to Ordon Karis.
Okay, but think about it. Isaac made the seed.
Yeah.
It could be very linear.
It could be.
So we got the ball and chain, which gave us the iron boots, which gave us the fishing rod. Now the fishing rod opens up like one check, basically, or opens up Snow Peak finally.
Literally one check. Also, this check could just give us the second fishing rod.
If this check gives us the second fishing rod, then we can go to Snow Peak.
Without boomerang still, so I'm upset by that, but...
Yeah, but that one, I mean, that one's just like...
Yeah.
At least Snow Peak is fine to do without it.
It's fine. It's just not as cool.
It's true. I don't get to say things like, this LJA is named Cold Feet. And, well, we would still do LFC. Are you going to do LFC?
Obviously.
All right, cool.
I'm not going to use the cannons if I don't have to.
I don't know what you do. Okay. So what Phantom is going to do here is going to stand on like the edge of the dock, just barely off of the dock, so that it gives like a tiny reduced cutscene, because in one instance, the cat will spawn on the dock. In the other instance, it will spawn slightly further back and shorten the cutscene.
As we wait for the fish.
As we wait for the fish, which is completely eating up all of that time that we could have saved. Look at that fish.
Goodbye, cat.
Y'all love this cutscene? Meow.
Meow. Anyway.
Yeah. Now we can go get the exact thing that was required to do exactly that, which is another linear check, and we'll see what we have waiting for us in Sarah's shop.
See if this is what we actually had to do. Surely.
It is the second fishing rod!
All right.
Awesome! That is awesome. All right, we're going to Snow Peak.
Let's go to a dungeon.
Y'all like dungeons, right? I really like dungeons. So I'm about to have a blast. We have Snow Peak and Temple of Time in this seed, which are the two, in my opinion, best dungeons, like, arguably in the franchise. They are so fun.
Snow Peak Ruins is a dungeon of all time. It has 4 small keys, 2 other keys that are cheese and pumpkin. So 6 chests that we actually don't need because we don't need a single small key to beat that dungeon. Nice. Cool jump link.
Yeah, so like I said before, there's a lot of ways that speedrunners and, of course, rando runners can do the same, where we skip doing the reek fish scent here, where we need the second fishing rod. The Season 1 rules ban this. You just kind of go and get the reek fish scent, and you see that fish off to the right of the screen? That's a reek fish. So all we needed these 2 fishing rods for was for it to... Oh, and
okay.
it... All right, we got baited by a fish.
It happens.
It happens a lot, actually.
Okay. I didn't trust it.
I didn't trust that either. Yo! All right, so now we get to fish again. Y'all like fishing minigames, right? I know I love me fishing minigames.
All right, well, this fish stinks, so we're going to smell it.
Yep, and because the fish stinks so much, This is how the vanilla game expects us to climb the mountain. So the mountain has this blizzard going on, but we know that from Ashe earlier that there was the Yeti that went up the mountain a safe direction, and it took a reek fish with it. So we're going to use our wolf nose to follow the exact direction that it went.
Yep.
So if you guys know Ocarina of Time and know the Gerudo Wasteland, where you like go between the flagpoles, this is a much sillier version of that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go over here. I'll activate Wolf Sense in a second, because I like being able to see, and it's pretty dark.
All right, so we're gonna follow this path here.
There are a lot of just death planes that warp you out while the blizzard is going. So instead we have to follow this safe path, which I'm sure some people have memorized. I don't.
I don't know that you can actually do it without reekfish scent.
I would not be surprised.
I genuinely believe that if you try to follow that path without doing some kind of a glitch or to like go around it,
Yeah.
you just void.
Also, I shouldn't have climbed that yet. I should have jumped down here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do this. This Poe down here, it lights the hole that I want to dig into. This is the Freezered Grotto. Is this your favorite grotto?
No, actually, like my actual favorite or my favorite?
Your favorite.
My favorite is Shellblade.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Although this is the one that I forget about the most. Like, to me, this is the most forgettable grotto.
What even is this in vanilla?
Like 50 rupees.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We go over here for the Poe.
Yeah. All right, can you stop? Okay.
It says, yes, I will stop if you get frozen.
Oh, I really hoped that was the lantern.
Yeah, if that were the lantern, then we would be going a very different direction.
Yeah, but however, the ball and chain did give us iron boots, which got us both fishing rods in a row, which gets us all of Snow Peak Ruins.
Thank you, Isaac.
This path hint at this point is almost meaningless. But we do know it's somewhere.
All right, so I know that we're going to do snowboarding first, but when we get to Snow Peak, I know that rando routing for Snow Peak is interesting.
I mean, it depends on if you have Boomerang.
Fair.
Which I don't, but...
That said, it will depend on the tricks that you decide to do. I imagine the first thing that we're going to do is we're probably going to talk to Yetta and get that check, and we're going to get the sign in there.
Obviously, yep. And then from there, wander around.
Obviously, and I just did not know that until like 12 hours ago. Like after getting the lobby chandelier chest, I was just, oh, this told me that I could have just done not that. Okay.
Yep.
But we're gonna do some snowboarding. If y'all are a fan of SSX Tricky, right? Well, this is SSX Linky. I will not quit my day job.
Good. Anyway, I can't cheat here. So we actually get to see the mountain.
You don't want to cheat. Because cheating would be very bad. I'm holding homework, remember?
Uh-huh.
Cheating would get us bad marks. This piece of paper is basically useless at this point.
Yeah? Anyway, defeating these shadow beasts gets rid of the blizzard, I guess.
Yeah, so if you want to cheat here, which we do if we like saving time, but we don't if we don't like losing time to being bad at doing snowboarding without vision, we would do an LJA across. You can either do an actual LJA with the boomerang, and yes, I am calling out the Wii runners who do other LJAs without the boomerang, or we would do what's called an enemy LJA to skip that fight trigger and go down the mountain while the snowstorm is going on. Instead, Phantom is going to go down at a very slow rate Whee!
Yeah.
Y'all like snowboarding?
The calming sounds of the mountain, the music, yeah,
Yeah.
the wind.
So personally, I prefer snowboarding to skiing. I tried skiing once when I was like 19, and I was not a fan of it. I did try snowboarding like 2 weeks later, and I immediately went and bought a snowboard, and then I sold that like 3 years later because it wasn't really all that fun for spending $700 to go skiing every winter.
True.
When I can just do it in my favorite video game, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Look at this.
Thankfully, we will only be doing this hopefully the one time.
And I only had to pay $200 for my copy of the game.
Yeah.
Oh. If anybody isn't aware, a lot of GameCube games are high priced because of limited runs or limited supply, all of that sort of thing. Well, Twilight Princess is a special case in that. An actual copy of the game is way too much money. Please Google it and display your shock and awe at how much a PAL version of this game goes for.
True.
And know that there are people who spend that money for 2 seconds of time save.
My copy's US.
I have both. I got it because Virus's name in German is Flammatron.
Honestly, that's worth it. So we're looking for a lot of stuff here, hopefully.
I'm looking for a lantern.
Yeah. Hello, chest. That is not a lantern.
No, but it did make a fun noise.
I'm gonna kill this Poe because I hate this guy.
Yeah, we don't like Todd. The Poe's name is not actually Todd, I just came up with that.
Also, that Chew just decided that it wanted to interfere with everything I was doing.
There is a Poe that I gave a name in this room, or not a Poe, a Chew in this room that I did give a name, and it is not that one.
Not the purple one?
No, it's the one that's Lantern. I named it Henry because Henry is mean.
True. Hi, Yetta. Thanks.
Yetta gave us money.
As she typically does.
People are very generous in this world.
Northeast chandelier chest is a ruined small key. Cool.
2 swords in linear, we already knew that.
So we're gonna go over here and do an ice block puzzle.
Ooh.
Hi, Yetta.
This one we're going to do without my help because I don't know this solution offhand.
What do you mean?
I don't go to this room.
It's like 3 pushes.
Is it? Oh my, it is. Never mind. It is a very easy solution and I now know it. We're learning here.
You can now play the game glitchless.
I don't want to play the game glitchless.
Honestly, fair.
JP or US. Or sorry, Western.
What about HD?
That is the one that I would do.
Yeah, HD's pretty good for glitchless. It's not 7 hours.
True, it's like 5.
Yeah. And they removed a lot of the Twilight bugs.
Yeah. And you get instant tier collection. So, just a general PSA for anybody out there. If you are thinking of running the glitchless category of a game that has a remake, look at the remake.
Yeah.
Every single time there are quality of life changes that just make it better. There were patched glitches that might make it slower, but go for the thing with the quality of life changes. Like Wind Waker HD, you get a sail that moves you faster. That saves so much time. We're just gonna go through Snow Peak here, which is basically just a bunch of destruction, and there's the lantern.
Why am I not surprised?
Thank you, Isaac.
I mean, it kind of had to be here at this point, but also this chest is the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And there's the bedroom key.
I could go fight Blizzetta right now, and it's really funny because I would void out if you enter the door from without reloading the room.
Oh. Interesting. What?
Here, let's just show it for fun.
Yeah, let's show some fun stuff.
Let's fight Blizzetta for no reason without full clearing this dungeon.
Oh,
We'll just re-enter.
Yeah, it's a check.
Yeah.
While you're up here, you can go and do the vanilla bedroom key check, so you don't have to come back up.
Well, but that would make it so the funny thing doesn't happen.
Oh, true. Never mind. We like funny.
I actually learned about this like on Monday.
All right.
So this loading zone is tied to the existence of Yetta being in this room.
What?
Oh, by the way, I hit the loading zone.
What? Oh my goodness. All right. Huh?
Yeah?
So Twilight Princess is a weird... So we're going to beat Blizzetta here, which is basically playing like ping pong with the wall.
Yeah. And this room is not a circle.
This room is not a circle. It's like 18 sides.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm not shapes.
I am not a shapesman either. A shapesmith. That's what they're called.
Ah, sure. Anyway, Blizzetta, do you want to like do something that's not this?
As we are not shapesmiths, we are going to ignore the fact that there is polygons along the wall, but we are actually going to use it in the second phase because lining yourself up with a polygon and not like anything specific or anything, just kind of lining yourself up roughly in line with the wall allows us to do a fun little trick here.
Yeah, I'm going to try and pick up one of these hearts that spawn. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I have enough health.
As long as you have 3/4 of a heart or more, you are fine.
That's good enough.
Yes, it is. All right, so normally you're supposed to hit Blizzetta 3 times and have the whole phase reset thing, but if you do that specific setup, you get knocked into the end that faces Blizzetta of the back icicles that she drops, and then you can smack her against the wall, hit her while she's stunned to stun her again, hit her a 3rd time, immediately done.
And that's the fight.
And that's the fight. The fight is over.
How much does that save? Like 40 seconds, 50 seconds?
It saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not as much time as this cutscene is, though.
This cutscene is like 2 minutes long, and it's not even a bathroom break because there's a lot of text. That said, it's everybody's favorite cutscene. So if you are watching this on the GDQ channel and you have any kind of a heart emote, it's tradition that we just put a bunch of heart emotes in the chat when we get to the point where the hearts start to spawn. We call it the love cutscene because it is a wonderful cutscene. There are other things that we do, but those usually use emotes that GDQ probably doesn't have. Like Yeto's face.
Eyes of Yeto.
It look into eyes of Yeto.
Yeto mirror.
Do you know the text here?
I don't know all of it.
No, look into eyes of Yeto. Look in reflection of Yeto's eyes. Their true beauty. And then he picks her up. Who need mirror? My love. And then they just embrace and all of the love. And we learn that the meaning of true love is whatever comes out of this check here.
A bug.
Bugs! Entomology. That's the meaning of love. Now, that bug actually could be... Oh, wait, no, it can't be the... No, that bug could be the one for the double claw.
Could be. Oh, there we go.
It's a lot harder to get those while it's on the ground.
Yeah.
So, fun fact with that, the top, while it's on the actual ground, whatever item it is, the top of it, you can collect it with the ball and chain. But while it's falling, the entire thing, you can hit it and you will collect it. So, fun.
Easy.
Yeah.
Let's save for fun.
Yeah, we haven't saved in a while.
And let's go back in because we didn't do like most of the dungeon.
True.
But that bug is probably double claw shot. We found 4 bugs before coming here. And there's only 6 in the entire game.
Yeah, but 2 of them are out of logic.
Well, yes.
Ayuku.
That's annoying.
That is annoying. That's very annoying.
Deal with it by just walking in Temple of Time later.
Yeah, but I don't like warping to Sacred Grove.
I mean, that's fair. I don't have a key for that.
You don't. You can do key super jump, or you can go and say hi to my friend Henry.
I was gonna just go this way.
Oh, and you're gonna do what other tricks get us to the 2nd floor? Oh no, you have the ball and chain.
I mean, we also just have this entire path.
Yes, we do. You know, I don't actually remember, like, the way to get to the 2nd floor. There are so many ways to get to the 2nd floor that is some kind of a glitch or a trick to get up there. I do not do what is the intended way. I genuinely do not know what Phantom is talking about.
Well, we're going to fight some Chilfos over here.
Okay.
For a check. And then we're gonna there's the cannon room where there's a bunch of ice in the way. Then there's like the chandelier room where you know, the opposite side of Ice Clip.
Yeah.
There's that room. Gonna head over there after this. Right, they don't spawn. Honestly, I don't have a shield.
You do not have a shield.
That's fine.
So what's really funny is you and I had the exact same, like, rooms in mind to go to.
Yeah.
Completely different directions to get there.
I wanted to backslice, but it's really annoying without a shield.
Yeah.
To fight Chilfos. The backslice actually kills them instantly, which I don't think most people know.
Does backslice without a sword kill it instantly?
I assume so, because backslice without a sword is still like...
Backslice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
Yeah, what I don't know is if backslice takes the attribute of sword damage, right? Like, is an Orden sword backslice different from a Master Sword backslice? Because this game...
Who knows?
Oh, we've been going for 1 hour and 36 minutes, and if I were talking about sword damage, we would be going for another 1 hour and 36 minutes. How they calculate damage in this game is wizardry.
Yeah.
So
that's strange.
A few fun facts for you guys while we're making our way to the next checks. You cannot kill Argarok with the wooden sword. Beating King Bulblin 4 with the ball and chain takes 94 swings, but it does stun lock. So you got that going for you. It might be 96, but it's a 90-something.
Nice helm splitter.
Nice helm splitter.
Go away. Just want to go over here and open this chest.
All right. Zora armor.
Yes, the thing that we definitely need.
But what even are your Zora armor colors?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I think it's like purple.
So we didn't actually touch on this because we only talked about it during the tech check. Link is a different color of model because that's one of the, well, randomization features that you can do, or you can select them yourself to have like custom models. I personally like to go with a blue and black scheme. What we have here, we have trans rights. Got the pink hair, the blue tunic, and the white...
I don't know what that is.
Tunic bottom.
Something like that. Okay. I would like pumpkin, I think, is the one that opens up what I want.
And this is a pumpkin. It is cheese.
I mean, that actually might be fine. Let's just save warp.
Yeah, getting to lobby is...
kind of annoying from here.
Yeah. Well, we know that we don't need to go and do the second floor lobby check.
Yeah. Well, no, it's northeast chandelier chest we don't need to do.
Oh. Okay.
Honestly, there's a good chance we don't need to do anything else here.
There is a decent chance of it, but it's kind of a risky play because getting back to Snow Peak is very, very slow. Well, we have Snow Peak Uku, actually.
Do we actually, though? Is that...
Yes.
Why? Why? How does this game work?
That I actually have no clue why that happened. Dungeon completed state returning Uku doesn't actually make sense. Uku is a very spaghetti-coated thing. And I say thing because what even is Uku? It's a man-chicken.
Yeah.
That's basically all that I have to say on the topic. So it has interesting coding because it is an interesting animal. Its babies are heads, and yeah.
3, 4, 5. That's 5 checks left. We found 2 small keys.
Yeah, we have two. We found 2 small keys. We know. Can we do the rest of these without small? We can do the rest of these without small keys. We don't need any small keys.
I mean, technically.
So another quality of life feature that we haven't really touched on, but we've showed off without talking about it a little bit, is anything that gives us the heavyweight attribute, ball and chain, the magic armor being out of rupees to make us invincible, or the iron boots, we have fast movement on while we have those, so we don't go into a heavy state because while it makes sense to have that kind of physics coded in, it's just kind of annoying to grab the ball and chain and suddenly be moving at like 1/10 of a mile an hour.
Yeah.
All right, floor flip.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Awesome.
Nice door. I guess I'll just do the chapel.
Yeah, we can do chapel and then we can run down to Dark Hammer if we need to.
Yeah. I'm trying to count keys. I didn't go high enough. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to count keys in my head, but actually I could open up the menu.
Good.
There is the rando menu that looks very ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. So we're almost done with Snow Peak here. We do have that lantern, which means that we can go and do Temple of Time. We also most likely have what's going to give us our double claw shots. Now we know that City in the Sky is path to Armagoma, so we're going to go to very likely finish City before we touch Temple of Time. Temple of Time will be our last dungeon of the seed.
Yeah.
But right now we're getting to the point where we're missing a few things for go mode, but we're getting pretty close.
The main thing is boomerang.
And spinner.
Yeah.
So right now we still need the second claw shot, but we know where that is. And go mode meaning that we have everything that we need to beat the seed. So we have 1 claw shot left, but we know where that is. We need the spinner. We need the boomerang. And spinner is logically required for Temple of Time. You can skip it using the boomerang, but
Well, it depends. You could climb Temple of Time, find the big key, and not actually need to do the spinner checks.
That is true, but we don't know that Temple of Time's barren.
Also true.
Actually, did we get all 3 barren hints? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So we know that something is in every dungeon.
Yep. There is at least 1 item. Hello, Freezer. I could clip through you, but I would rather just not deal with it.
Oh, clipping is going to be faster. Clipping is going to arguably be easier in some cases. It's so cathartic because the clip sometimes just doesn't work, and it's so cathartic to just not deal with it.
3, 4. Ow. Ow.
Nice.
Good enough.
All right. Still got it in 1 cycle.
Yeah, that's all that really matters.
Nice.
So what is this ball and chain going to be?
Ball and chain is going to be Zora armor.
I think it's going to be a pumpkin.
It could be a pumpkin.
Link, that's slow. Don't do that.
Yep, TP time loss. All right, ball and chain. It looks like a ball and chain to me. Do you think it's the second one?
Oh, could be.
Ah, it was a key.
I mean, that's useful to get to the main chandelier chest.
Yeah.
Just convenient.
Oh, you're gonna do it that way? There's so many more fun ways.
All right, so Snow Peak Ruins. We currently have a small key. Thanks, game.
That would be your third key for
Yes.
Snow Peak.
So third of 4. How many chests are left?
2.
All right, that's a small key and a pumpkin. Let's leave.
All right, so we now know that there is nothing that could logically be needed in Snow Peak, so we're just
Yeah,
out.
bye.
Bye-bye, Snow Peak.
Yeah, chandelier chest in the lobby is a pumpkin. I don't care.
Actually, it does line up with how Isaac's logic has been for the end of Snow Peak check to be the bug that we need to go and get the double claw.
Well, the thing is, the path to Argarok is Lanayru Spring.
Yes.
So
that
the bug is
it has
going
to
to be
be-
in the lantern chest.
we already have the lantern.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go light the lantern, get the bug.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a brain and sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't.
And then we can do almost all the fun things in City in the Sky. Almost.
Yeah.
Except then we won't have a boomerang and we'll have to just do the fans normally.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to have to do fan skip again.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Did you know in Rando, if you don't do fan skip and then save and quit, it gets reset?
What?
Yeah.
Lucky.
So you can just save and quit from after doing right side, and you just don't do fan skip the first time and do it the second time instead, and it's fine.
Huh. Well, fair enough. Did you know that the way that you were doing fan skip was very... It was giving me a little bit of anxiety.
I don't have a setup, I just walk forward.
Fair enough. If we have a copy of the game in a different room, I will show you how to do that in a way that does not give people anxiety.
So that was a snail.
Yeah.
That was what we expected.
So now we have the double claw shot. Maybe.
Well,
We have
it has
5
to-
of 6 bugs.
No, I think we have 6 of 6.
Do we have 6 of 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Buggies.
Yeah. Well, bugs are the meaning of love. Not the meaning of life. That's 42.
Should I see what the bug that Yetta had would give us?
We're going to check all of the bugs. What are you talking about?
Why would we check all of them?
Aren't you curious?
No. It's probably like a red rupee for most of them.
Man, now the boomerang's going to be a different one. Wait, no, it can't be.
Yeah, we know what Agatha has.
Agatha has a sign that tells us we need to talk to her.
Yeah.
She's very polite like that.
She advertises what she has in exchange for bugs.
Oh, but you're going to get, I know you have bugs.
Oh, that's true.
All right, so Agatha here wants to have a ball with the bugs. Like I said earlier, it's the male snail.
Yeah, she can have a snail. How's this?
It's a claw shot.
Crazy.
Wow. And now when we leave, because we have 5 other bugs, she could smell them on you. And so she goes, I know you have bugs.
Yeah? That's fine. I'm gonna do this.
Awesome. We're going to do star 2. I still don't know what the star acronym stands for.
Does the sign say?
It might.
No. Do you want to be a star?
I like being a human. But you know, if I had to be anything else, a star is pretty high on the list.
Yeah?
Yeah, you live a while.
For a while, yeah. All right, we're just gonna get a bunch of these while I aim. Where are the...
What are you doing?
I'm looking for like it's this, but
Yeah.
sometimes it looks weird.
Fair enough. So we get to do this fun game where we have these fangirls who are very happy that we're doing this. And, huh?
Interesting.
All right, fun. Maybe just like go right back.
Yeah.
So you're not going to realistically end up on that path again?
That's fine. All's good on here. The time restriction in here is not like actually very strict.
Yeah, there is a lot of time to do what we need to do.
I'll just do this, whatever.
We get some girls cheering for us. Thank you.
Yeah, they give you so much extra time for Star 2.
And the only other person in the room is the guy that looks like Tingle, and I don't remember his name, but he is not very happy that we were able to actually do this because I don't think he imagined that these inventions exist.
Very true. Oh, hey, thanks. Yeah?
Yeah. You have some lantern oil.
Anyway, let's
Now
go
we
to City in the Sky.
Now we can refill that lantern, which has full oil.
True. That is true.
Oh, you have the lantern oil? You can go to Temple of Time and do a trick that I could not even explain to you how to do it in a reasonable amount of time.
Let's just not do that.
We are not going to do that, but it's a fun trick.
I really want Boomerang to be in here so I just don't have to actually turn on the fans outside.
Yeah. All right. City in the Sky does not technically require Boomerang, but
It does on the right side, but that side is barren.
yeah. But Boomerang is very fun. We haven't really talked about what an LJA is because we don't have the Boomerang.
And for all we know, we might never see it until the end.
We might not see it until we don't have an LJA left to do.
Yeah.
But just to give it at least a little bit of time in its spotlight, you almost got hit there. Nice job. An LJA is, in short, throw rang, go wee, and you can go wee across big gaps, and it's super fun, and it's the reason that a lot of people like to run this game.
Yep.
And in randomizer, sometimes you just don't get to do that.
I've had enough go mode boomerangs that I've been sad about.
So that does beg the question, why people play randomizer? Well, because randomizing stuff is also fun.
Also, we haven't seen Aru's memo, so we can't actually go to the desert either.
Oh, your boomerang's in desert. I'm calling that right now. There are so many checks in the desert. Your boomerang is very likely there.
I hope not. We know that there's probably a bow here.
Yes, path to Armagoma.
Yeah. Unless it's a boomerang and it gets us one of the literal 2 boomerang checks that is a bow. Nice, Link.
Yeah, this room is wonderful because you just kind of target the wrong P-hat sometimes. Like, on that side.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go down here. And not die.
Congrats on not dying.
This is the worst room in the game.
I have opinions on that statement, but, we'll go with it. It is one of the rooms in the game, that's for sure.
It is at least bottom 5.
I don't have enough rooms that I have ire for, so I'll give you that.
There are just too many checks. Not conveniently placed, like with this P-hat that I have to wait for.
You're gonna get hit by the Poe.
No, I'm not. See?
Fair enough.
If this chest wasn't on the other side of this wall behind 2 P-hats.
Yep.
Like, I can't just leave this chest.
So we have to have the chain go through this tiny hole here, and then we get to keep waiting. Who here loves gameplay mechanics that equate to waiting? We have to wait for this one to turn around too, by the way.
And then wait again to get back.
Yep.
All for this chest.
And this chest is going to be $100. Never mind.
No. Not even close.
Yeah, the meaning of love is bugs, so that's
Yeah.
a bug. Wait, hold on, was that? Baba's headlight, it like went down a very long distance. Am I the only one that saw that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. It's like, you know those vines in Mario that go woo along like a weird path? It kind of looked like that, except a straight line.
I love this Helmosaur.
Yeah, this Helmosaur doesn't have a name. You want to name it?
No.
All right, this Helmosaur is named No.
Hey, Butter.
Yay! That's not needed at all.
Who likes butter?
Is anybody here a butter fan, or do we have any margarine fans? I actually got mixed results from that, and you know that's fair.
Yeah, so the fourth sword upgrade lets you defeat Twilight enemies faster.
Yeah. Which, in at least Season 1 logic, and most logic that sane people do, you do not go to Palace of Twilight.
Yep.
So you don't really encounter very many Shadow or Twilight enemies. The reason that we don't tend to include Palace of Twilight is because Palace of Twilight is a relatively linear dungeon, but more so than just being linear, it requires 7 small keys.
Yeah. Not great.
And they are outright required. You cannot skip them.
Don't know where this bow is yet.
It's next to the Invincible Baba.
It might just be on Argarok.
It could also be on Argarok. But I would really like for it to be next to the Invincible Baba.
The one that's like right up here
Yeah.
in this very silent room.
This very quiet room.
Because I haven't killed the anything. At least I think that's the, oh please.
A little bit higher. You have to aim like at not the root, but on the stem.
Yeah. I just want to kill the keys. It's fine.
Coos.
Whatever. Because he's going to do this. There we go. I wish I had bombs and arrows so I could have bomb arrows and kill those keys, but let's do this
All right,
instead.
and then these two these two keys here, and then there's the Invincible Baba.
And this keys is also invincible?
The keys was actually invincible. The claw shot was going right through it.
What are hitboxes?
Probably with that one, like a cylinder.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so there's an Invincible Baba behind us, but we don't really care. We're doing what is called Reverse City in the Sky, which is everything is done basically in reverse, which is fun, and we like fun here. And that is the end of that statement.
Hey, it's Wallet.
Hey, you're giant and walleting.
Great. I can hold so much money.
Okay. So there is this check here, and this, I believe, is the end of Reverse City.
Woo, there was nothing.
So it is likely on Argarok because we know that the East Wing is barren.
It's a 50-50.
It could be, yeah, it could be along. There is one other check.
Yep. Literally one before Argarok. I do also need to turn on the outside fans because we don't have a boomerang.
Yes. Now we can do Kai Cliff.
We don't have to, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could. There's no reason to. This was not a seed where it came into play.
I just genuinely forgot that you didn't have to unlock that great thing, like the thing that you pull down.
Oh.
I thought you had to... No, you have to turn the fan back off casually. Nice.
Hi,
And-
Bulbasaur.
Now Link is in Lake Hylia.
That would be really funny. Can you imagine?
I think that wouldn't get past playtesting, and it would go back to someone's desk, and they would say, this is unfun.
All right, one more time.
Yep.
as I edge my way up to the door.
Definitely not. Yeah, we're going to have a conversation after this.
You want to have setups for things, and
So, for reference, because it really shouldn't just be an inside thing, like I said before, you need to not touch the door, right? If you transform, and you're human, you walk up to it and you're human and you transform, and you push against the door while transforming, it does not hit the trigger because you're transforming, and you push far enough back from the door to not be hitting the trigger anymore. Oh, we are doing Kai Cliff.
no, I'm just in the wrong spot. I would have landed on the fan plate.
Oh.
Interesting. Never seen that before.
Did you not just press A?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Link just decided he's had enough.
Yeah. It's just the end of the chain.
Second claw shot is actually very short.
Yeah. So it's like the hook shot versus the long shot in Ocarina of Time, but one's the hook shot, one's the long shot. You got to use your right arm.
I really wish I had a boomerang. I didn't have to do this.
I'm with you there. If we had the boomerang, we wouldn't have needed to do that at all. And if we had the boomerang, Reverse City would have been a lot more cool looking, as the kids would say. The kids still say cool, right?
No.
I think they say like skibbity riz.
Anyway, fans. So there's a chest up here.
Yeah, a chest that I forgot existed. Because why is this here?
I think it's a purple rupee.
It is a purple rupee. All right, so Argarok has our bow? Yeah, it has to be the bow.
Or like a way to get the bow.
Yeah, it could be like boomerang. It could be our second Dominion Rod.
Technically not wrong. Oops, turn around, Link.
So this is the fan tower. The fan tower is,
It's a room.
it's a room. Everything is cycle-based. It's actually really fun to do, like, quickly, and it looks really cool when done quickly. And Phantom is on a cycle to make it look cool when done quickly.
And I'm gonna miss. Oh.
You barely got that. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's
not
the fan room.
It's not easy to do quickly. You have to do, like, while this thing is moving, you aim yourself so that while you move and it moves, your claw shot is lined up to actually hit the grate.
Yep.
It's very fun if you're good at depth perception.
And then sometimes you miss just a little bit.
And then at the very top, there's this thing that's not moving, and while you've gotten used to things moving, this is itself annoying.
Thankfully, we have the Master Sword for Argarok,
We do.
because the Ordon Sword is a 5-cycle fight.
You do also have the Great Fairy Tears.
I don't know how to do that, though.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to go for the 2-cycle.
This is entirely fair and valid. That is not something that I know how to do very well either.
Considering it is a, Hundo exclusive thing, anyway.
Yeah, the first category I ever ran was Hundo.
True. When's the last time you did Hundo?
2021. That's not true. I did one in 2022, and that's it.
Nice.
All right, Argarok is our favorite fight because it has a cutscene in the middle of the fight that in literally every speedrun, it has been hours since we had a pee break, and it's long enough for a pee break. That's about it.
Just waiting for Argarok to come over here. Come on. You'll make it.
Come on, Argy Wargy.
I'm not going to accidentally cool game.
Or purposefully for $100.
No.
I would do it. Again.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Well, not gonna make this.
Yeah, that's fine.
I hope you like waiting for Argarok to fly around the room.
Is everybody a fan of waiting? There you go. They love waiting.
I mean, if you're at PAX, you're probably waiting for a lot of things anyway.
True. Has anybody tried to get in the line for Echoes of Wisdom? I got here with like 2 hours to spare before I needed to meet up for maybe tech check soonish, and I didn't have time.
Hey, look, it's a weak point.
Yeah.
And now it starts raining, even though we're pretty far above clouds.
Yeah. We look down and there's clouds, but there's clouds above us.
Yeah.
I'm not a meteorologist, but that doesn't add up. Argarok shed its armor and got stronger, and as a result, the atmosphere got denser, so the clouds went up.
Sure.
Powered up like, you know, Goku.
Uh-huh.
Now the fight's harder.
Is it, though?
Not really.
Whee.
And there's still clouds below us.
Do you want to explain why I did that?
So, well, if you jump off the edge after starting the second phase, it resets Argarok to not do a bunch of flying around. And Argarok's like right there, and we can immediately start the damage cycles for the second phase. So what we're gonna do here, I'm actually going to be a little quiet because there's an audio cue there. And when Argarok screams, we're going to do 1, 2, well, fair enough. It works anyways.
Yeah.
We can do that, which is pulling down on the chain enough to cancel Argarok's flame, but not make it reset its cycle, so we can get an easy hit in. And we use an audio cue to know when to launch off of the grating and onto the P-hats. We use Argarok screaming for that. It's like, I think literally everyone uses that. I don't know of anything else. So I'm gonna go quiet again here. And it screamed immediately. Thank you, Argarok.
Very cool.
All right. Now, the third one's going to be a little bit different because, as with every Zelda boss, the third phase is a little bit different. The final hit is always slightly different.
Yeah, I don't do flame skip on the last one.
Never mind, we're going to do it casually.
Yeah.
All right.
To be fair, that one is just one I haven't learned. I just haven't bothered.
To be fair, I would have been like counting and been like, all right, now we're going to do this now? You might have been able to do it.
Maybe. Did not go high enough.
You're going to get, ooh, barely not.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right. So how the last phase works is instead of running out of breath, Argarok then runs out of breath, turns around, and does it again.
Yeah,
So-
I'm just gonna go like 4 over.
Yep. So while there is a skip that you can do, which basically resets the cycle like that, and you actually just kind of, you would go back again over 2, and Argarok will, well, 3?
It's like 5.
Oh, if you don't do the trick, it's like 5.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The second half to it is when Argarok turns around, you do another flame cancel, and then Argarok falls over. But the fight's done. You can tell because it's breathing fire still for some reason.
Uncontrollably.
Yeah. Because it's exploding?
I guess.
Yeah. Explosions have fire sometimes. Science tells us that.
Ah.
Yay! Remember when I said it could be your second Dominion rod? I was joking.
Uh-huh.
It was the second Dominion rod. Thank you, Isaac.
Yep. That's cool. That
All
doesn't
right.
open up a ton.
It opens up like 6,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I guess 12.
5 that haven't been hinted dead that I can get to.
Okay.
Because there's 2 in the desert.
Oh yeah, and we already got the Great Bridge of Eldon, second one. So.
Well, the Great Bridge is hinted dead.
Great Bridge of Hylia is hinted dead.
Yes.
Not Great Bridge
Eldon.
of Eldon.
Eldon, yeah.
Remember, G-Bolt.
Jeeble. Sure, I'll save.
Yeah.
Why not?
So we're pretty close to the... It doesn't really look like it, but we're pretty close to the end of the seed here.
Yeah. All we really need is the bow, boomerang, and spinner.
Yeah, we need 3 items.
We need 3 items. 2 of them we don't actually need to beat the last dungeon. They're probably in the
Yeah.
dungeon.
Yeah, they could be. The only thing that we need to do to go to Temple of Time now is we need to get the bow somewhere.
Yeah.
And that said, the bow can, well, we
Let's
know...
just get these 2 chests while I'm here.
Yeah, that's just smart. The only reason that we know that the bow isn't in Temple of Time itself is because we know that City in the Sky is path to Armagoma. Well, the only thing that even makes sense is the Dominion Rod, because thank you, Isaac.
The literal only thing we got in that entire dungeon.
Yep. Oh, you know what it could easily be? Theron.
Yeah. I mean, I might as well go over there, right?
Did we ever do the mist checks?
Nope. Because we got Lantern and Snow Peak and went straight to City.
Yeah.
Also, shoutouts to the music in Linear Spring.
Yeah, does anybody like Dead Silence?
Fairy fountains have never been so lively.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that we don't like Dead Silence because the response to do we like Dead Silence was the opposite of Dead Silence.
Also, the chest on the other side is like impossible to open.
Yeah, okay, so not that chest, but the other one is, we'll see it here in a second when it's visibly on the screen. It's clipped into the ground. Somebody didn't put it in the right spot.
I mean, they put it on the ground, in the ground.
Yeah, it's in the ground. Look at that, look at that leg.
Ah, all right.
Okay.
Let's do Domrod stuff.
Yeah. So we can do the Dominion Rod checks in Fair and Field there's going to be the Skybook character check, and then there is also a mid-jump portion that leads up to what is called the Mist Heart Piece check, which leads us into the Mist, which we also haven't done yet. So we could very well have, while we know that the Dominion Rod can give us our bow, our boomerang could just be sitting in the mist.
Could be literally anywhere.
Yeah, it could be anywhere. But this is a pretty check-dense area that we have access to currently. So we're...
As soon as I get bow, I'm going into Temple of Time.
Fair enough. Very fair.
Just because, yeah. I would not be surprised if the boomerang was just in there anyway. It doesn't have to be, because there are other important items we don't have.
There are.
Zora armor,
Yep.
which does nothing on this seed, but it is classified as important.
Yeah, so it could be Zora armor, it could be... What else do we not have? Oh, it could be the second bow. Like the quiver.
It technically, it can't be if the other bow is...
Required for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the only things that will require the bow logically in Temple of Time, there's Armagoma.
It's the second half, yeah. The second half after, like, the crystals.
You can do the crystals with Claw Shot. I don't know if that's
No.
put in logic.
No, absolutely not in logic.
Come on. Come on, Lunar.
Isaac found that, like, a month ago.
On what?
The claw shot for the second crystal room.
Oh, there's
Hi.
Boomerang. Yeah!
All right. We just need the bow.
We can do some LJAs. We can do the thing that people love about this game. 2 hours in.
I mean, I could just skip these checks because we know that the bow is going to be behind Domrod stuff.
Yeah.
But what if we get a bomb bag? That'd be cool.
A bomb bag would be good. Oh,
Surely.
A bomb bag can be in Temple of Time.
It could be, yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get any bomb bag hints.
Eh.
Capitalism.
What's that?
I don't know. I am not a economist? Politician? I don't know.
This is one very fast check here.
Yep. So there's this in vanilla. This is yet another instance of waiting. Basically, what you do to get the Skybook characters, if you want to get the associated chest with them, which in this case is a heart piece vanilla, you would for like 100%. You have to carry that statue all the way across the bridge.
Yep. If you don't do the jump
Yep.
that we did at the beginning.
Yep.
Money.
Money.
All right. Let's go here.
Yep. There are 2 checks here.
And then there's 2 more beside Castletown.
We can do some fun claw show. Ooh, are we gonna do the LJA for the Gorge double heart piece?
I'm not very good at that one, so I'll just... It takes like 2 seconds longer not to.
Fair enough.
I will do the LJA for the beside Castletown one, if I have to go over there next.
All right. Are we gonna do either of these LJAs?
No,
All right.
not these ones.
I am eager to talk about LJAs.
Surely we'll do at least one in this entire seed.
$10.
Let's go. $10. I can use that for nothing
For a soda pop.
at the venue at the convention center food stand.
I don't know how much I spent on this water, but I haven't even touched it.
But yeah, like, okay, that was supposed to be putting away the Domrod link. Surely.
Huh? Hey! All right.
Let's go to Temple of Time.
That is go mode. That means that we have everything we need to beat the seed. We're just going to go beat Temple of Time, beat the game, and yay.
We just need to find the big key.
Yep, which is required to be within its own dungeon.
Yep. The first chest in the dungeon has to be the small key. It cannot be big key with Armagoma having small key. These randomizer settings do not allow the bosses to have keys. Blink. Also, if you can't tell, the cutscene skipping is automatic by mashing start.
Yep, that is another quality of life change that I'm sure rando runners love. And I play the vanilla game a lot, and it throws me off every time.
So unfortunately, we can't skip the second Dark Nut.
Yeah, we cannot skip the final Dark Nut, which is unfortunate, but also fighting Dark Nuts isn't that bad.
It's not bad, but it's very cool. Hi, Uku.
Hi! Man chicken!
Why did the other Uku show up?
I don't know! Look, if anybody is like, anybody from speedrunning or rando, if anybody's watching this, I would really like an answer for that. Like, if Taka's watching, please tell me why that happened.
Where that Uku in Snow Peak came from.
Lunar, Taka, Chris, Isaac, whoever knows about how this game's code works, I am very interested.
Also, Purple Lantern.
Purple Lantern.
Yeah, this is guaranteed to be a small key. It literally can't be anything else.
And there is a pillar there.
Debatable.
It's only a partial pillar segment.
So hopefully the big key is just very early.
Yep, so how randomizer based on the Season 1 settings, how randomizer flow goes is if you know that there is a barren dungeon for one reason or another, like we know that we have everything to beat the game, we just kind of know nothing's in Temple of Time right now. All we want, because the big key is here for the boss door, we know that we should be able to grab that key and just immediately go beat Armagoma. The only other thing that might be the case, which is not the case in these settings, is the Door of Time being closed, where you have to go get our friend Greg and bring him down from the very, very top.
So I normally have bomb arrows for these guys.
Yeah, this looks wonderful.
Yeah. I wish I had bomb arrows, but here we are.
Yeah.
Armos, please.
You know, a bombless seed is pretty odd.
A little bit.
But we do have more hearts.
And
wonderful.
No music for this because I was opening a chest. These Lizalfos are going to push the statue, aren't they?
Probably.
Don't do it.
They didn't push it off. Okay. All right, we're going to save warp and go. All right. Now, Armagoma is a giant spider. So it does also kind of bear noting that I do personally know some people who can't stand Armagoma because of arachnophobia. So note that if you have arachnophobia, maybe don't watch this next boss. But
this boss also is RNG.
This boss is also RNG, and I love it and hate it, and me saying I love it was a lie.
Do you know your record for how many times Armagoma has moved without stopping?
Ooh, 9.
I think mine is 8.
We'll explain what that means in a second when we can visually see it and appreciate it.
Hi.
This room looks really cool. The camera's locked on the little statue. Link is over there, and we're guiding it over to the little spot to open up this door. And then we're going to roll through it so that it closes and drops the statue off, and then the other one opens. Neat little thing.
And now for giant spider that makes baby spiders.
Yep. Which is probably the main source of the arachnophobia thing.
Also, this room is dark.
This room is dark, but luckily the eye is glowy.
Yeah.
All right, so how Armagoma works is that it's RNG the number of times she moves between the lights before stopping. That one was 4. The minimum is 3.
I've also had this fist go through Armagoma.
The fist going through Armagoma has to do with something that I'm blanking on right now, but there is a very understandable reason for it.
Yeah, so I know Armagoma's going to go to the middle of the room and make babies.
Yep. And we're going to get rid of those babies in short order.
Hopefully.
Short enough.
Good enough.
All right, that was 4. Not bad RNG so far. If I remember right, the going through thing has to do with Armagoma's animation and you being too quick.
I believe it.
All right, so that is 1, 2, make babies. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ow.
All right. And that is the end of the fight, right? Look at that.
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah. For the most part.
And there goes the boss.
If you beat this without...
But Link is exacerbated.
If you do this without sword, Link does the twirl with the Dominion Rod.
Oh, that's cool. So it turns out that the real boss all along was like a spider with a giant eye on its back for some reason.
Makes sense.
And so we defeat it with the bow, but then the game, apparently they forgot that we used the bow for the first phase because it just assumes that you chase it down with the sword.
Yeah.
And so it teleports you to it with the sword out. It's a purple rupee.
I mean, evil.
You just call purple rupees evil?
I guess.
All right. You heard it here first. If you have a $50 bill, that is evil. The same goes for half coins. If you have a quarter or a 20, you're fine.
So the fun thing is if you were to have gone into a different dungeon first, you could uku back to that dungeon. Instead we have to leave the past.
Yeah.
Flow away.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
And we're not going to save because we are rebels.
Well,
We're told to do things we don't.
it's just Hyrule Castle.
We're going to Hyrule Castle. Okay, we haven't talked about Hyrule Castle yet, and we're about to go there. So, again, relevant to specifically race settings, we have everything that we need to beat the game, like I said before, that is inclusive for Hyrule Castle. We have all 3 keys, we have the big key, we just kind of need to go through Hyrule Castle. The idea behind that is that when you finish a seed in like a Twilight Princess randomizer, we don't want to end it by then saying, all right, now you get to go around fishing in Hyrule Castle for a little while.
Yeah. It's kind of nice just to go up and fight Ganon.
Yeah.
I wish I had bombs, but that's fine.
I wish you had Great Spin.
I wish I had even Mortal Draw, actually.
Mortal Draw would also be fine.
But instead, we're going to do this
Like, you got to Helm Splitter, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't have a shield either.
We never got a shield. All right.
Yeah. It's just how it is.
Huh.
Let's just do that.
We also did not do an LJA.
Nope.
And we will not do one.
Nope.
All right.
There is no point in the Hyrule Castle to do an LJA.
There is 0 LJAs to do. You know what you can do? You can do an enemy LJA on Zelda. Just whee! So the idea behind what we call an LJA, which is a long jump attack, is that when something is targeted by Link, the thing that is targeted when you do a jump attack, Link wants to get as close to that thing as possible. It's not really a glitch. It's more of a consequence of how if you are, say...
I'm just going to save and quit.
Fair enough. If you are, say, jump attacking to a Lizalfos that is a little bit too far away, the game doesn't want you to miss that. It wants you to go to that enemy, right? It's just so, hey, casually, you should have more satisfaction in the combat.
Yeah.
The thing that gets breaky is if it is on a surface above Link, the game recognizes that it will need more speed to get there because it's ideally up a slope and then Link will jump up the hill. Needs more speed to get there. Makes sense. If the elevation that it's at is not a number, Link goes wee. So, yeah. And we did not get to show that at all.
Unfortunate, but we got Boomerang very late.
We did get Boomerang very late, which is unfortunate, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, without Forest Temple, it's pretty unlikely to get Boomerang for a while. Also, yeah, I just skipped all those enemies.
Yeah, those enemies. We don't really care about enemies anymore, except for this Dark Nut that's actually in our... actually, no, you had Boomerang, and you could have...
I mean,
No, you don't have Jump Strike.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have Jump Strike. Never mind. I also really like that we coordinated the shirts, even though we did not talk about it. It was just kind of a...
What else was I going to wear?
That was exactly my response to it. Like, these are the shirts that were for the TPR run at SGDQ 2024. We were both there and both got a shirt. So we both just decided to wear it for this, of course.
Oh, hey, look, there's a chest in here.
Hey, we're using the boomerang. That is the one requirement for the boomerang, and it's not even technically required. The way to skip it is just so bad that I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah. So, the Dynalphos are annoying.
Oh, yeah, you don't have
Bombs.
Okay, are you going to do slashes?
I guess.
Do you know the trick to slashes?
Without a shield, not really.
Okay, so what you're going to want to do is line them up to like 90 degrees to Link's left and slash. Because he's left-handed, his reach is farther to the left, and it's out of its range of blocking because you're not in front of it.
That works on these guys?
Yes.
Oh, I guess it's hitting that guy, yeah.
Yeah, but you also could have turned like a little bit more and it would work on the other one.
Yeah. There we go.
And then it's 7 slashes.
Interesting. Anyway.
There we go!
Something I've literally never done before, because I usually, you get bombs.
Yeah, if you have bomb arrows, you just beat them instantly by throwing a bomb arrow at them. Actually, you technically can lead it with 1 arrow or a bomb arrow, and that gets their attention, and then you can get a double kill.
Yep. Do you want to explain how cool this next room is?
All right, so this room is super cool. There are invisible ghost rats that are going to try to get on us and prevent us from going across. And we're not going to go the direction where the platforms don't fall down. So we're going to try to go through it quickly. And if we bonk here, then that is... We didn't bonk, never mind. So Link just jumps right on through, and that's wonderfully annoying to do properly. It's not hard, it's just annoying. Then this is called Final Tower Climb. So it's basically a gauntlet of you go through that bottom part, then as Phantom goes through, beats the first Lizalfos, now they need to use the double claw shot and target a little bit closer onto this grate over here. It just skips claw shotting the closer one, saves a little bit of time.
If you are on, like, the edge.
Yeah, if you're on, like, the edge, you can get that farther grate first. Then we have another fight, and now these are also Lizalfos, but they have skulls. So that means that they're harder to fight.
Are they?
I don't know. I think they die in the exact same number of hits. Now the reason that we have the spinner. And finally, the final enemy before the final boss gauntlet is the final Dark Nut. It's actually a very easy skip to get around this boss, but it requires pausing and unpausing manually, which Randomizer does for you, so it doesn't work.
Yep, we cannot skip this in rando with the settings that we currently have. You can actually turn off cutscene skipping and make the skip possible.
Yeah.
But that's not fun.
Yeah. And if this weren't Randomizer, where we're, like, launching the proper vanilla game and you actually do that fight is at, like, 9 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in this room takes a lot of polygons.
And lighting and particles.
Lighting, yeah. All right.
So Zelda.
Okay, so Zelda is an RNG boss, and it's absolutely wonderful. Zelda is going to have an RNG chance to give us a cheese ball on the first, third, and 7th hit, ideally.
Except it's guaranteed.
I was going to lead them on for a while, but fair enough. It's guaranteed in Randomizer, but there is a lot of RNG involved here. Zelda's going to immediately give us a cheese ball. That's what those are.
Yep.
And we can hit it right back at her, and she's not a fan of cheese balls. So on the first, third, and 7th hit, we're going to get a cheese ball. The other options are we have a lunge here, which doesn't have a fun name, and then the other one is Dorito. So here's the second cheese ball. Oh, and do you know how to do the weird cutscene stuff at the end?
I sometimes get it, but...
You just want to be, like, roughly where you are currently, actually.
Yeah, like over here somewhere.
Yeah. And Zelda needs to be, like, blocked by the pillar.
Yeah.
All right, this is really... So while it is fixed for the first, third, and 7th hit, the rest are RNG. This is really good RNG.
Hey.
Yeah, that is perfect RNG. All right.
No Doritos.
No Doritos. We are a fan of whatever other chip brands exist. Ruffles? All right, and then there's a little glitchy cutscene here, and you look at her arms and go, ah, as it fades out.
And then this is Ganon.
This is Beast Ganon, specifically. Everybody get ready for emailing, because listen to the music here.
Ow.
Email me, email me.
That's what he's saying?
If you're Beast, you think it's what he's saying.
Oh, no.
I mean, this game was made in 2006. Email was like a method of communication that people used outside of the corporate world.
True. So, I've done too much damage. I can no longer use the bow on Ganon. I have to grab him with Midna.
Yep.
Whenever he decides to actually charge me.
And fun fact about this part, this is using a required mechanic that shows up exactly once in the vanilla game, like casually, and it shows up within the first 5 minutes of casual play, which is a goat starts to come down Orden, and you have to grab it and toss it because Link is absolutely shredded. He has like a 12-pack. He just grabs this rampaging goat by the horns and throws it over his shoulder.
Yep.
And then you don't see that mechanic again until the final boss. And it is required if you end up in that damage range, which they intend for you to end up in. That is wild to me. All right, horseback here.
Hi, Ganon.
We're just gonna give the quick and dirty explanation. We're gonna end up behind Ganon, shoot light arrows. Phantom is shooting on their own, and the direction that the control stick is in relative to the bow and like the camera angle will give us the correct angled shot. Some people think that it is Zelda aiming. It is not.
And the Great Fairy Tears there cut it from a 2 spins, or 3 spins to 2 spins.
Yep. Which could have been done to do to Beast Ganon as well. It would have been a very complicated range of damage values to actually do that in.
Without Mortal Draw, I don't know how the damage works out for Beast Ganon.
I do, but it would have been a lot of 1-2, 1-2, and I'm not going to do that live on stage.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Ganondorf. This is the final boss of all time.
Yep, this is Dark Lord Ganondorf, the hardest fight ever. And what Phantom is going to do here is throw the boomerang at him. It does actually do something.
I know it does something. I know the fishing rod also does things, but...
Yeah, are we going to see the fishing rod?
I could pull out the fishing rod.
Fishing rod!
All right. That's the lantern.
That's the lantern. Are we going to do the boomerang thing too?
I don't know how the boomerang thing works. Okay, Ganon.
Okay, well, apparently he is really aggressive. Oh my goodness!
All right, Ganon. Fine. You want to do it this way? Ow. I was just trying to, like, run up to him. All right, hi, Ganon.
Okay, so it's a very well-known thing that in Twilight Princess, NPCs will follow the fishing rod, and that includes Ganondorf. It's for some reason, like, one of the things that escapes, like, niche knowledge. For some reason, just about everyone knows about it. But one thing people don't really know is the entire way that this fight works is you need to reach a certain damage calculation value to end the run, and time is now. And I will not finish that sentence because now the fight's over.
Yeah, if we'd just done that from the beginning, it's like a 12-second fight.
Yep. Optimally, Ganon from Dark Lord Ganon from control to end is exactly 12 seconds, like 12.6, I think. But
yeah. But yeah, that's Twilight Princess Randomizer with the seed that Isaac made that made us do a lot of weird things.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you, Isaac. Shoutouts to Isaac.
Shoutouts to Isaac.
Do you not think this ends here? Unfortunately, it does.
It does end right here.
I am Phantom. I stream a lot of randomizers on the weekends and do speedruns during the week primarily, and Glubbers.
I am Glovers. I do basically the opposite. I do speedruns almost exclusively, and I do randomizer sometimes, usually on the weekends because I like doing it as extra stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.